Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to once again a special edition of the Professionals West Coast Edition. Good day or evening to all of you, and what a glorious day it is, ladies and gentlemen. September 6th, 2023. All I got to say is life is good. I don't know about Almighty, but I ain't going around beating my girl. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Sorry. I apologize. We'll be getting to that shortly. That is a
Oh,
bit of breaking news, unfortunately, especially here in Los Angeles. And I shouldn't make a joke of it. That is very rude and insensitive of me. But hey, I'm the scorekeeper, so I'm dumb and stupid. Almighty, who I have yet to introduce. Good afternoon, young man. How are you? And looking stylish, buddy.
well, as you know, it's the professional, so I usually don a shirt and a tie, even
And
though
I've
and
noticed that,
along with
and I
and along with
appreciate that.
but other than that, I'm still wearing sweatpants, so I'm not ready for the prom, so but at least on the top side, I look like I might halfway know what I'm doing. So, and I'm doing great this evening here in the Midwest. So. Uh, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that we are having a professionals. It's been a while.
Yes,
And
it
so,
has.
I hope that this becomes another staple, maybe since football season started, at least once a month again, if not twice. But yeah, it's awesome. And, anyway, real quick, tomorrow the NFL starts. Lions at the Chiefs. So I'm sure we'll be discussing that later on, scorekeeper. So without further ado, I will kick it back to the scorekeeper so he can get us rolling.
I want to give a quick shout out, but of course, it wouldn't be the NDB Media family if we don't pick a fight on air. And I'm going to say, dude, I sent you an invite for access to the Facebook page. So apparently the email, almightysport@gmail, no working. And speaking of no working, the only one that can professionally outdo scorekeeper is the man
Huh?
there. So, how are you, big dog? How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Oh, Mr. Almighty, how you doing?
I'm telling you,
Well,
professional. Just don't ask him to be a stand-up sort of guy right now.
well, not no, that wouldn't be so bad, but I'm not coming my boxers. I mean, I'm wearing
Well,
boxers, but
Hey,
well, I,
I'm
I,
sweatpants.
doing fine. So how are
I,
you doing tonight?
I know you're wearing your jockstrap. It's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, if I had a poll, I might do a little dance for it for Elizabeth out there, but I don't have a
No,
poll.
that's for scorekeeper. We all know that. Come
Well,
on.
maybe. Yeah, scorekeeper, you, whatever. I think that I've
Oh no, not
as
me.
far as Anime Girl has spoken that we all have a thing going, so might as well roll with it, right?
That's right.
Hey, 3 hours ago, we got a post by a Brett Dufresne who apparently wants to join us so he can talk shite and crack jokes, apparently.
Is that
So
Andy? Is that Andy's younger brother?
I don't know. Very good. up
Shit,
on
what am I?
up on that
Well,
wooden frame, it says Scorekeeper and Big Dog. We're here. Not was, we're here. So yes, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. Very good, Big Dog. I just saw this post a moment ago. But all kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to be here. And yes, like Almighty said, I am endeavoring to return to the weekly programming. Wednesday is going to be our special programming night, it looks like, here on the NDB Media Network. Because on the first Wednesday, the professionals, on the second Wednesday, Comics 101, on the third Wednesday, every 3 months, joke night. So we're going to have something in between. I believe my classmate, Peter Marin, will be, and I'm a Yankee fan, he's not, will be joining us for some sort of paranormal uh, conspiracy theory program that's going to debut in October. So we're looking forward to that. And we are really, really jazzed. On the fourth Wednesday, I don't know. There's a paw up. What's up, El Perro Grande?
just for the people that are listening that don't know what to expect on joke night, um, what? How do you circumcise a hillbilly?
Okay, ladies, time out. This is a tease.
Yes,
How
it's a
do you
tease.
circumcise a hillbilly? I don't
Yes.
know. Almighty, what did they do to you?
Okay, Mr. Funny Pants.
Oh no, you're the one allegedly wearing the funny pants.
Yeah. Anyway, I have no clue since I have not experienced that one yet.
And before Big Dog gives this answer, or Pedro Grande, we spent a little bit of time together this week, and I have to tell you, I am shocked as to how he uses his technology. This little rat bastard hears a joke and commits it to his phone, and he has like how many? Like 300 jokes? I
There's a
hate
ton
you,
of them.
Big
Yes.
Dog. I hate you.
All rated from G to X.
Yes, and we'll explain what we mean by it. I don't think we're going to be rated maggot for the one in November, but Big Dog, tell us a joke one more time and then the delivery or the answer.
How, how do you circumcise a hillbilly?
How do you circumcise a hillbilly? Hold on, hold on. I'd have to ask the people that are in Springfield, Missouri for that answer. But I
See,
don't know.
I was thinking more Mississippi or Alabama.
Oh,
But
but you're a nice guy. I'm being a jerk.
you haven't heard the answer
Almighty
yet.
got it. He got it
You,
right away.
you haven't heard the answer yet.
What is
You
it?
kick
It says,
you kick his sister in the jaw.
Okay. All right.
okay, Big Dog,
Wow.
we're gonna have to have a talk about that.
Wow.
And you know why? Because you're gonna have to use that one on joke night again.
Well, Roger, I guess you said you sent me a link, but it's not in my email.
And the same thing happened to Big Dog. I
So-
sent him the link, and apparently
Well-
it didn't work.
Well,
so
all I know is that it didn't. I got all kinds of other crap in there, but nothing from you, Score.
I sent it to him. I sent it to you the same time I sent it to Big Dog.
Well, it's
So-
just funny that I didn't get it. Because I would have.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get it? Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Almighty.
Yeah,
I
okay.
apologize. With a name like
Yeah, I
Richard
get it.
and you didn't get it?
I
What a
yeah,
shock.
okay.
Oh my God! Big Dog was gonna react to that one.
Yeah.
He's looking to go into the kill for both of us. But all kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is the professionals, and we think this is where we take it a bit more seriously and we do a deep dive subjects. And we do have breaking news in Southern California that happened over the last few days. And this is a repeat of something. And we're going to get to that story in just a little bit. We want to let you know that we are going to be doing the first game of tomorrow, as Big Dog always does. When we get into the NFL, he'll do his intro. If he remembers, he can either do it, record it, audio, whatever. Don't know, don't care. But Elizabeth, you're spending a lot of time with us. Hopefully, you're going to be joining us on picking, and we're inviting everyone else to do it. So before we get into the rules, because I believe the committee has already met, and the Big Dog is going to be bringing that to us shortly on what the rules are for the 15th annual. Oh my God, Big Dog, the 15th annual Pick'em here on NDB Media for the NFL. This is, dude. There are a lot of stuff that you and I can say we failed at, but this is one thing that you and I can say that we've done for 15 years. What, Big Dog? No? Yes?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah, we've done this solidly for 15 years. Remember, Big Dog, when I used to get the USA Today Sports Weekly?
Hmm.
And we did it off that too. That was really cool. That was a lot of fun. And I miss the USA Today Sports Weekly. Who knows? Maybe I'll sign up for it since the season's about to start. But all kidding aside, folks, in Los Angeles, we did have breaking news over the last few days. The Dodgers, better pitcher that's on the roster, Mr. Urias, has been charged. Well, actually, no, I need to take that back. We'll get to the story in a moment. But this is the second time that he's been involved in a domestic incident. The first time was in 2019. It happened where he pushed a young lady to the ground. There were witnesses to it, and he was released, I believe, either that day or the next day. Julio was. And then what happened, and it was a misdemeanor. Major League Baseball, or the Dodgers put him on leave immediately. He returned to the team, and then Major League Baseball did suspend him for 20 games. And at the time,
No, I was just going to say, don't forget that he was never charged with it. The DA dropped the charges as long as he went to that year-long domestic violence therapy sessions or whatever it was.
and you beat me by about 12 seconds.
Sorry.
That upon, and no, I appreciate that, Big Dog. No, it's seriously, we do our best to get everything right here. And along those lines, the big dog just said, when he was suspended 20 games, Mr. Urias issued a statement where he said, first and foremost, I have not been charged. But based on the investigation that Major League Baseball did, apparently they have found enough reason to do this, and I will not appeal. I will not file. I will not grieve. I will accept this 20 game suspension as is. That happened in 2019. And you know what? It went away. It died. And his apology at the time was a tad convoluted, but it was still an apology nevertheless. He never used the word mistake. He never used false accusations, whatever. He just, for lack of a better word, took it. And that was it. So now we have the instance that has happened now. And I believe it was now, we're going on 2 days now, where this time he was charged under a felony domestic abuse. I don't know if it's one or two. We'll get to it right now, but there's been a lot of stuff that has been going on in Dodger land. And the first article, and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and text it over to you, so at least you're on the same page with me. And I'm going to put it in the chat room for everyone as well, so I ask you to bear with me momentarily. I'm so sorry. This is from the Los Angeles Times. I'm going to put it in the chat room, so if you want to follow along, and for my co-hosts. Um, for Julio Urias, domestic violence accusations are no longer a blip, a stumble, a lapse. For the Dodgers' most popular player, and he actually is, domestic violence accusations are now a pattern. When I was at work, you always wonder what a pattern is. And if someone is calling in sick, when do they establish a pattern? When it happens a second time. You would think that there's more to this when they say a pattern, but the fact is he has now dealt with the police twice, and it's the same thing. 4 years ago,
Not really, but okay.
domestic violence.
The first one was domestic assault because he pushed a female down. This was a domestic violence charge.
Well, okay,
And,
I
and,
meant to say
and
domestic issue
okay,
because the first one was a misdemeanor, and I thought I said that earlier.
yeah, but he was
Yeah.
never charged. So regardless,
Well, the young lady at the time stated that she fell. So, um, that's what was the defense at the time. But, you know, there were witnesses to it, just like there were witnesses to this one. So, um, in this article, it's an opinion piece. It says his employer has many options here, but really only have one choice. He cannot throw another pitch as a Dodger. Unless these latest accusations are rendered false, the Dodgers can't keep giving the ball to a guy who could be the first player in history to be suspended by Major League Baseball for 2 domestic violence situations. The basic agreement between the owners and union might initially prevent the Dodgers from cutting him, but that doesn't mean they should have to play him, and they shouldn't. At the very least, if he somehow manages to. Okay, this is where the opinion gets a little too much. At the very least, if he somehow manages to lawyer his way back on the mound this fall, the team cannot bring him back next season after he becomes a free agent this winter. So while there are no sordid descriptions or photos in the latest Urias incident, which I don't believe there was in the first time, the Dodgers should handle it the way they ultimately handled Trevor Bauer, who didn't need to be arrested or charged to get dumped. Of course, they were going to compare him to Bauer. Bauer is gone because the city and the most beloved sports franchise cannot be represented by someone whose alleged violence toward women led to Major League Baseball to suspend him to 324 games, a punishment that was later reduced to 194. In 2019, police said witnesses saw him push a woman to the ground in a parking lot near the Beverly Center. He was arrested on suspicion of misdemeanor domestic battery, and baseball suspended him for 20 games. 4 years later, he put himself and a woman in that same situation again, is the question. And this time, the suspicion involves a felony. Urias was detained by Exposition Park police and landed in the Los Angeles County Jail before he was released Monday morning on a $50,000 bond. So it's more than 2 days already. It was actually Sunday. So he bonded out on Monday. The Dodgers can no longer trust him, so now they must bench him and wait for the day they can watch him walk into the free agent sunset. Make no mistake, this will hurt. This will hurt bad. Of course, he is a fan favorite, and now it's happened again. Now, he has not been officially charged through the district attorney. This can take some time, but the sad fact of the matter is it has happened again. And it's unfortunate. Your thoughts, Big Dog, in jumping in on that?
I actually have more information because as you know, scorekeeper, I have a very reliable, extremely reliable source that has to do with the bonds.
Say no more. We should leave it at that.
Mr. Urias was bonded out at 4:30 in the morning, or just before 4:30 in the morning. It is a domestic violence charge on his wife. The wife was the one that was supposedly, or allegedly, not supposedly, allegedly had the domestic violence happen to. But it was also his wife that bonded him out. So, which of course we see that all the time. You know, wives, girlfriends bond out their boyfriends after they get hit by them or whatever the charge is, or maybe okay. I guess scorekeeper left. But so he was in jail for approximately 6 hours. I believe they said he was arrested around 10:30 or 11 o'clock Sunday night, and this was after the game, the soccer game at BMO Stadium in downtown LA, which was the Inter Miami LAFC soccer game where Lionel Messi was playing, and everybody under the sun came out famous to watch him, and Mr. Urias was one of them. And evidently, after the game, that's when the altercation happened, and he was arrested. You left the scorekeeper?
I apologize. I had a life form show up once again, and I had to deal with it.
Oh, okay.
Gmo shows up this time. She was real.
So what I was saying while you were gone, I don't know if you caught it or not.
I caught a little bit of it. I am sorry.
Okay, so as I said, he was arrested around 10:30, 11 o'clock Sunday night after the game at BMO Stadium that had the Miami LAFC game where Lionel Messi was playing, where all the stars came out to see him. And this allegedly happened after the game. And as I said, he was arrested about 10:30, 11, and he was out of jail by 4:30. The early Monday morning, as you said, $50,000 bond, and he was bonded out by his wife.
I don't think I mentioned the bond amount. I believe you did, Big Dog. Thank you for that.
So,
Almighty, what are your thoughts on this so far? Because Elizabeth has already commented twice. Once a domestic violence charge or action, it's always a domestic violence problem. Cut him. There may be some generalization there, Elizabeth, but again, I'm not going to argue because I know what you know. So I'm not arguing that. She further on says most domestic violence partners go back or bail their abuser out. That I could probably see that, but again, I don't pretend to know anything like that. I appreciate you sharing that with us, Elizabeth. Almighty.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. And I don't know if she can drop charges, or even if she wanted to, or if this, I don't know how it works in California. I mean,
yeah.
In California, it works. She could technically drop the charges unless there was actual where you could see that she was physically abused. If there are cuts or bruises or something on them, then by California law, they have to, the person that hit them or did that to them has to go to jail, male or female. But if there's no markings or no bruises or anything, then if she said, well, I don't want to press charges, you know, I'm not going to do it, then most likely the charges will get dropped because there's no proof.
Okay, well, that's a similar law in Washington State too.
I'm
Okay.
actually
Well,
familiar.
that happened when Kurt Cobain offended what's her name, his
Oh, the
wife,
wife.
which
Okay.
which you, well, one of them had to go to jail, and I think Kurt volunteered.
Uh, it's interesting. I was going to add that in Alaska, if it's a domestic violence call, someone's going to jail. It don't matter. Up there, it's a little bit different, and it's kind of interesting because I've seen several programs where they talk about that, and they say, no, don't matter. Someone's going.
But
That's crazy.
to clarify, Big Dog, I mean, I know
Yes.
what you were saying, but if she has bruises, does that mean the prosecutor can still, even though she drops charges, he can still go
Yes.
after that?
Yes.
Well, here's
Yes.
the thing. I don't know if it's optional.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's
asking. Is it optional,
it's
or even if she has, so if she has marking that says I want to
If she
drop
has
charges, the
she has
prosecutor
markings,
by law will have to go ahead with the case.
um
uh,
I believe they have the
pretty much.
discretion. Elizabeth, you know quite a bit of that stuff. I Is it still discretionary, and is it county by county as well? Because each county can have their own laws as well, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I guess my point is that well, she bailed him out, and then she might turn around and say, I don't want to do any charges, though the whole matter drops. Does that still go against him as being part of the Dodgers?
Yes, because just like in the first case where he allegedly pushed that girl down in the parking lot of the Beverly Center, there were no charges. The DA declined to press charges. So in in LA County, he's innocent. But the Dodgers said there was enough people and enough accounts of what happened. We're gonna, we don't care what the DA says. Under Major League Baseball, we're going to suspend him. So he's looking.
Because that would be part of his contract under
Yeah,
the
yes, exactly.
Now, as
So
far
so he's already been put on administrative leave as of today by Major League Baseball, and the Dodgers have already said that. Even before he was put on leave yesterday, when the Dodgers gave a statement, they said that he will not be flying with the team at all on this road trip. I think that starts today. That he will stay there.
okay.
And I'm trying to remember if on today when they said he was on administrative leave, if the Dodgers have already taken him off the playoff roster, which is premature because I know there's about a month to go still. So
Does he
but
still get paid though, Big Dog? Do you know?
yes, he does.
yes, he
He
does.
gets so he's just on a okay. So they're waiting for so the Dodgers have they suspended him then, or are they waiting for an outcome?
Well,
No,
they
they
effectively have suspended him by putting him on administrative leave. That's
Oh,
what they
that's
call
good.
it now.
well,
Okay, so they're not going to wait. So they're just going to
uh,
take her word
yeah,
for. I mean, not that it didn't happen, but right now I don't know what the proof is. We don't know. We haven't. You know what I mean? I mean,
Major
yeah.
League Baseball will investigate this, unfortunately. So it's
well,
going to
I'm
take a
not
little
saying
bit.
they shouldn't. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what that was she. Were there markings on her from him hitting her or whatever happened here? I mean, I'm
From
trying to.
from
I
my
mean, right now it seems like it's right in the early stages, and we don't even know exactly what's going on, except that there was a call and and he went to jail, and it seems like someone had to go to jail anyway, so he went. So I mean, I'm not trying to say he's innocent. I'm just trying to figure out the thinking of how sometimes the accusation alone gets somebody suspended, and then it takes a long time to find out what exactly happened, if anything. And then by the time, I mean, if we find out nothing happened, well, then he's lost all this time playing baseball for whatever reasons.
Well, since he's on administrative leave, speaking now contractually, he doesn't lose service time. He doesn't lose any benefit accumulation, and he is still being paid. Now,
now
as
it,
far
Well, I
as
understand he's being paid, but he's not playing baseball. And if they do make the playoffs, well, then he won't be. I mean, you would have
he's
to
done, dude.
assume that the man wants to play baseball, no matter what. I mean, right now, I don't know. I mean,
If you
if everything is true, then he deserves to be suspended, and he deserves to go probably do some jail time for this. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to see how much info we have, because we get this information And then we find out weeks or months later after an investigation that, well, it really didn't amount to anything. In the meantime, the player's name is, he's not, like you said, he's on a leave, and who knows where it leads to. But I'm just saying, sometimes the guilty before being proven innocent thing doesn't work all the time.
Scorekeeper, does it make a difference if Major League Baseball put him on administrative leave or if the Dodgers did it? Is there any difference in that? Because it was Major League Baseball that put him on administrative leave, not the Dodgers.
It's done in conjunction with the teams. So, um, such as, let me give you an example. Drug tests are done under the collective bargaining agreement. They're done under the auspices of Major League Baseball, but it's effectively done by the team. So Major League Baseball is the one that will suspend him. Teams can do what they want to do on their own, but knowing there was history on this one, it's effectively the same thing right now.
Well, yeah, I know there's history now, so that really, means something had to be done, because even though it's been, what, 4 years since the last one that he
Yeah.
got busted for, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how many years it is. We now see a pattern. I mean, you know, Ted Bundy didn't kill every week, but it doesn't mean that he shouldn't go get the death penalty. So, but anyway, that's a bad example. But Ted Bundy, anyway,
I
I
think your
just,
heart was in the right place, though.
yeah, it was. So we have a pattern, and and when it comes to domestic violence, we have to err on the side of the victim. We can't just let him go back. But since she bailed him out, I don't know what that means. I don't know, but that does happen, and it's unfortunate that women that get abused will bail them out. And you know, uh, like Mike from Breaking Bad once told Walter White, there are no half measures.
No, there are no half measures. I don't know if you saw this a bit earlier, Big Dog. Elizabeth did agree with you when you were talking about the
Yeah.
situation in California. And then Elizabeth now, of course, answers. She says, sorry, stepped away. The answer is yes. If any injury is shown, neither have a choice to not drop charges. And then also, well, look at what happened with Johnny Depp. Name is ruined while investigation is happening. Yes. And
Well,
it's
it was
unfortunate.
while it was happening, but then once the trial was concluded, she was the one that had her name was worthless now.
And
Right.
do you know when she lost the case? I'm just curious, gentlemen. This is way off topic. When
When
was
she
it
shit
when
the
she
bed,
lost the case? Yeah, dude. I think in the mind of everyone Almighty,
What did you
when
say, Big Dog?
when
when she
she,
shit the bed.
Oh yeah. Oh my
yeah,
God.
it was at that
Oh
moment that you're done. It
yeah,
was
but
like
but
everyone.
Johnny Depp had a good performance while he was on the stand too. I mean, he was
Oh
able
yeah.
to connect with the jury, and people know him as but I mean, he's better. He's known. But yeah, once she got on the stand, and then things were going on, what she did to the bed and everything else, it's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what's wrong with this woman that she would do this? And she didn't and she didn't appear as comfortable on the stand. And I hate to say it, but she didn't amuse the jury like Johnny Depp did when he was answering her lawyer about, is this correct? You did that very well. You said that very well. Yes, so Johnny Depp was able, even though it wasn't a funny situation, he was able to inject his humor into it and get the jury on his side. I'm not saying it was the wrong thing to do, because that's what you're supposed to do on the stand, is win the jury over. That's part of your lawyer's job and your job. But anyway, yeah, that's when it was lost. And I know I went on too long, but yeah, it was an interesting trial. Unfortunately, he lost in Europe, but he won in America.
Which was interesting because it was much more difficult in America under the way our laws are written. But hey, it is what it is, and that's all right, Richard. I appreciate the commentary. And Gridiron Girl, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I guess she may be joining us this Saturday, so I look
Yes,
forward to that.
she just sent a PM saying she'd like the link for Saturday. Gridiron Girl, if you're listening, we'll provide the link on Saturday morning. It'll be in the PM.
All right, so we will go ahead and do that. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, return to the situation. When I meant unfortunately, Major League Baseball was investigating. I just want to make clear that what I meant by that was they're not going to get this done in before the season is over. So it's just the way it is. It's going to be where um,
Hmm.
he's done as a Dodger. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Gridiron Girl. Otay, appreciate that.
Okay, Spanky.
I was gonna say I've crossed right there in the border as well. So um, it is
So
what it is.
okay.
Your thoughts, Gridiron Girl, on the Dodger pitcher, and thank you, Jay. Appreciate that, Jay. Appreciate the love, and thank you,
Oh,
everyone,
good.
folks. Let us know who
Hopefully
you
he'll
are.
join us.
Yeah, let us know who you
So
are and where you're hailing from. It's kind of nice to know who's sharing in the misery. But that is the
well,
big story right now, especially here in Southern California,
hey Jay.
and it is
What's
just
up?
disappointing. But he effectively has thrown his last pitch for the Dodgers this year, if not pretty much done as a Dodger.
Okay.
So we'll see, because this is one of the rare times that we do not have quite a bit of information other than the incident itself, which is kind of interesting.
Maybe
So
we'll have more on Saturday.
I think we will by then, unless it's only the two parties involved and they ain't talking, which happens from time to time.
Yeah, well, we'll see how. But it seems like you're right. Oh, you're right. The pitcher, he will not be back. So his season's done, even though he will finish out getting paid for the last month of work. And we'll see what happens in the offseason.
I don't know if anyone's going to be able to sign him while this is going on. It's until Major League Baseball determines what could happen. So this could be going a while. Look, folks, look at how long Bauer took. And if I remember correctly, the one for Urias the first time, it went 2 months. That's why he's not going to pitch again for the Dodgers this year.
Yeah, but didn't that one go in during the off season, if I'm not mistaken? So
Yeah, that
No,
started.
his his
no,
his
it,
20
it was
games
during the season.
was
the
it? Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yes.
I thought his 20 game suspension started at the beginning of the season.
Well, it
Sorry.
doesn't. Well, we talked a long time about it too. It's maybe that's what it is. Since we spoke about it every week for 2 months, it seemed like it was longer. But
I think those 2 months was 2 years.
yeah, but everything there's something different, and we kept finding out more and more about what was going on in that relationship, and it doesn't matter. We don't want to rehash that. That's said and done with, and we don't have to worry about Bauer at least for the rest.
Oh
of the
no, I'm talking about Urias and his 2019 problem. I thought that happened in the off season and his suspension
Oh, I
started
don't
at the beginning
know.
of the
I
season.
thought we were still talking about the Bauer man in the offseason.
Oh no, my mistake. That was my bad.
I think we're indirectly jumbling both stories. That's
Yeah,
what we
we
do
are.
here, folks.
Mixed.
And sometimes we lose
It's
track of the
called a mashup.
conversation.
Is that a mashup when we?
I think, ooh, that might be taken badly. A
Yeah,
mashup,
that could be.
domestic
I'm sorry.
violence. Ooh.
Yeah, mashup. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But
But thank you, Jay.
It's messed up. That's what we'll
He's
call it.
here from Southern California. Appreciate that, Jay. Thank you. And it's all good, folks. Big Dog had a traditional on Saturday morning when he was announcing the start of opening day. I wonder if he remembers or if he's going to give us a different take. But we're going to be switching over to another sport right now. So you want to bring us into it, Big Dog? And of course, he would choose this moment to do so.
To do what?
Whatever in the hell you want to do. Apparently nothing, quite frankly.
That was an homage to Solomon Walters.
Yeah, I saw him on Monday, and I asked him about doing the picks, and Solomon is Solomon. He is what he is. So
Just
it's all
before
good.
just before you went live, I updated all the point spreads, so everything is up to date as of 6:50. 5:58 Pacific time.
Stop it.
There was only a few that changed.
Nice.
Really? Some people changed
Yeah.
them, huh?
Tomorrow night.
Well, no. I'm talking about the point spread, not the picks. The
Yeah.
point
Oh, okay.
spread. The point spreads changed. The picks. I've gotten almost everybody. I'm gonna put out a feeler to later on after the show. To let's see who we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still need Matt, and Tony came. Yeah, pretty much just Matt. We got Roz already too.
Oh
So I'll
yeah,
reach out to
Roz was
Matt.
one of the first ones. That was
Yep.
crazy,
Yes, she was.
which is really neat. All right, folks. So then let's get to it. We're going to be starting the 2023-2024 NFL season. We're doing the pick'em here on Sports Talk with the Guys. The question is, are you ready for some football? Because this is what we're doing. We're getting into the NFL week 1. And folks, we're going to get straight into game number 1. And obviously, as you know, there's not much for us right now. Jay says he will discuss his picks on Saturday. I hope, Jay, yeah, I hope you have your Thursday night pick. And that's the one that we're going to get to right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's
So,
giving us his Thursday pick.
opening day, and I'm hoping to catch it myself. The Kansas City Chiefs are at home versus the Detroit Lions. It is the Thursday night game in America. It is at 5:20 p.m. Pacific time. It will be on NBC, and it is the first game. It's at Gia Field at Arrowhead Stadium. And the last time these two teams played was about the time that Urias was being Urias. On September 29, 2019, the Kansas City Chiefs edged the Detroit Lions 34-30. Big Dog, do we have a line for this game already?
Yeah, it's on there. 3.5, I believe.
Oh, well, okay.
Should say
The
right
one
there.
that I have still says 4.5. Okay. Sorry.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me see what it is. 4.5. Yes, that's correct.
All right. Well,
Well, the line changed from 6.5 because
Yes.
Kelsey will not play Thursday probably, and their Chris Jones is still hoarding out for more money on the defensive side. So the line changed as soon as that happened. Today in practice when he hyperextended his knee.
do you have any other injuries, Almighty?
No, as far as I know, the Lions are healthy.
Wow.
And
No, they're not.
They're not.
No, Jamison Williams, their wide receiver, is on reserve suspension,
Oh,
and Emmanuel Mosley, the cornerback, is out.
Okay. All right. Well, appreciate that update. And folks, as you know, we're going to be sticking with the NFL game. So for Thursday, September 7th, we already have Roz is going with the Lions. And for the Chiefs, scorekeeper, Tony, Dream, Big Dog, Coffee, Engineer, Almighty, and Geek are all going for the Chiefs. So if you want to play along with us, let us know, please. This is the time. We're getting ready for game 1. And Elizabeth, bam! So we're going to do a quick little comeback. Yeah, good luck, Roz. That's funny, Jay. Yep. Good luck indeed. So Elizabeth, how do you want to be known as in the network? Do you want to be known as Elizabeth, like EOC? Ooh, your initials. Did you want to be known as Lothcat? Did you want to what is your moniker, young lady? So let us know, because Big Dog, he is like a dog. Once it's committed to memory, he's like, who the hell's this? Like, oh, well, that's who they're going by. No, that first game, you put them down as this.
She
So,
says, I've been leaning that way.
okay.
To the left or to the right? I mean,
Yeah, Elizabeth, I need you to make clear. Funny, Jay says that since Roz is the only one, it looks like she's going to be 1-0. Your call sign, Liz. So let us know. It could be Liz, could be Elizabeth, it could be EOC.
NorCal
So
girl,
NorCal girl, yeah.
Cal girl, cowbell girl.
Oh, that's right. This is your moment, Elizabeth. You're in our universe now, so it's up to you to take a moniker. You don't have to, but just let us know how you want us to know, so the old guys can commit it to our memory. And then that way we know it's always you. Because unfortunately, in the heat of the season, it is difficult to keep track of everyone's picks. Big Dog has been doing yeoman's work, but I think the Big Dog would be the first one to say that he is not alone. He's been getting support by the entire community, huh, Big Dog?
Yeah, sure.
There it is. And sure enough. So, why don't you go over some of the rules, Big Dog? Are there any changes that the committee chose to do, or are we gonna be static?
It's pretty much the same as last year. You have to have your picks in before kickoff. Um,
And they have to be on the Facebook page for that week.
yeah. So either on the Facebook page or PM Sports Talk with the guys. Either or will work. Because I know there's a couple people out there for whatever reason they did not want to put it on the post. They would put it on the Sports Talk with the guys PM. So
Oh,
NorCal
there it
Girls
is.
works. Okay, I
She's
got it.
not a cowbell person. That's right. You were talking
I'm
about
putting
that
it in
too.
right now. NorCal
NorCal. So
Girl.
yes, you only have one pass, only one. And that was a gentleman's thing because there it is. All right, Almighty, do the shtick. Come on.
That's the cowbell.
Yes.
Well, okay, I guess. Well, anyway,
That's your moment.
remember to hit
Okay.
that subscribe, like button, and the notification bell so you can keep track of the professionals and also Sports Talk with the guys. You don't want to miss any of this crap. The NFL has started. Our picks are coming. You want to get it on the pick, so you come in, listen to our advice, and then you know that whatever we say, you pick against because we don't know what the hell we're doing. But we're having this is just for fun. There's nothing, and we have a fun time doing this every year. I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now, and I have a great time doing it, and I think you will too. And those who play along at home and don't actually send us their picks, I hope you have a good time too. So, like I said, remember to hit that notification bell. So, take it away, Big Dog, with more rules.
Okay.
Big Dog, by chance, did you already update the Facebook page? I
Nor,
can do that now.
NorCal Girl, I already did it. It's already
Okay.
done. I was just waiting for the name. Just to let you know, Elizabeth, it's NorCal Go for now. But if we start getting lots and lots of people coming in, sometimes we'll get in 12, 15 picks. Then I'm going to shorten it to NCG. But as of right now, you're a NorCal Girl. Anyways, back to the rules. Picks have to be in before kickoff. So the morning games, you have to have it in before 10 o'clock Pacific time. Afternoon games before 1 o'clock Pacific time. And of course, the evening game before 5:30 Pacific time. Same thing with Monday Night Football. You're allowed, if you want, you can skip one game per week. And I affectionately call that the who gives a shit game. Usually that happens more towards.
That was changed this year.
No, too many people, because they were saying if you missed one, then you can't make any picks. And that, to me, that's not right. So like Scorekeeper that was getting on the boat when he was having his cruise, he didn't give us a Thursday game. So technically, going by what the other people were saying with the new rule, he wouldn't have been able to pick all week. So to me, that's not fair. So.
Well, that's life.
And fair enough. And look, this was a bit of contention this year, but I'm glad the committee.
I know that we discussed it because
this is something that we did from the get-go because there were games when we started doing this in 2009, and we were just like, there were games that like, you know what? It was something that I stated and everyone agreed with, and we kept it. It's like, you know what? Look, there's just one game that it's like it's trash. It is trash.
Yes, Jay. Yes, Jay, per week.
One game per week adds up to 18 games over a season. I mean, 17 games
over
a season.
But I can go through my paper. I had the paperwork for the last 2 seasons. There were maybe 5 times in 2 seasons worth of games that people said, I'm not going to pick a game. I'm not going to pick either one on this team. So the percentage, I mean, yes, it could potentially be 16 games per season, but for the most part, I think last season there were only 2 people twice out of all the Scorekeeper. What is 16 games times 16 weeks or 18 weeks?
Well, wouldn't it be 17 games? But
okay, whatever, 17 games. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, 17 divided by what? Oh, I still
Um,
how many total games? Oh, I'm sorry. So that's
16
32
games.
times
No,
17.
no, no, 16 because there's 16 games. There's 32 teams. So what? In other words, if the Raiders are playing Dallas, that's one game. That's not two games. That's one game.
Oh,
So
you
just
mean okay, hold
please,
on,
please,
per week, 16
16
games.
times 17. 16 times 17 is what?
Yeah, that's what it's 272.
So out of 272 games last season, there were maybe 5 games that weren't picked. That's it. So I understand what Almighty's saying that there's potentially be 16 games not picked per person. As I said, only about, and I don't even think it was 5 times. I think it was like more like 3,
Well,
if that.
I mean, I didn't know that we were keeping it. Last I heard that we had to pick every game, so I didn't know that we went that
Okay,
that
then
you
I'll
that,
ask.
that it was that.
Then I'll ask you. Then I'll ask you, Almighty. If you miss a game, then what's the repercussions of that?
Yeah.
Do
You're
you not get to pick all week, or what? Do you then get no picks for that week?
I'm not. No, I'm.
No, no, no. No, I totally
I know.
understand what you're saying.
I
I
know.
understand.
Look, I don't. I'm just saying that last I heard that we had to pick every game. I didn't know it changed. That's why I don't have a
actually no,
Well,
it was
the
not
reason
determined.
huh.
the reason why we decided not to change it is because no one had an answer to the question I just asked. Where if you do miss a game, what is the repercussion? And no one, everyone was like,
Yeah,
well,
then you're done for the season. So I
yeah,
mean,
exactly,
I see what
exactly.
you're saying, but so I mean that makes sense. But I just
Okay,
didn't know it just caught me by surprise. That's all.
this is
Okay, no
how
problem.
you win, folks. And let me clarify this. So there may have been a little bit of doubt. The most wins win. Okay. Otherwise, the percentage will come into play. If you choose to skip one, that's you. That's the person because it's going to come down to wins. So it does affect the percentage, yes. And it was contentious. 2 years ago, Gridiron Girl won by one game. This year, or this past year, I won by half a game because I missed just one game. So if you look at it that way, she and I had this exact same number of wins. I just had one less loss. That was it.
I'm just look. I mean, I'm not trying to make it difficult. This is all for
Not at
fun.
all.
I just didn't know that it. Last I heard, but it doesn't matter. If that's the way it is, that's cool. I mean, everybody has one game which they don't feel like picking. They can skip it, but they're still. But are you going to be allowed to miss all? I mean, 17 games during the season. Is there going to be a
I
cutoff on
I
that?
I haven't decided how many games that you have. In other words, how many minimum? What's the minimum that you have to have for it to count for the season? I haven't decided that yet. It's up there though,
Okay, that's all. I
because
mean,
you like you said, Scorekeeper, what 276 games altogether, something like that, 272, whatever it was, 16 times 17.
right? It's 272 games,
272.
but
Okay,
I'm just saying
so for
if someone took advantage of that and missed a game every week, that'd be 17 games, which is really screwing. One game is one thing or 5, but 17 is a real. That's up to you, big dog. I'm just talking
yeah,
shit. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, you
I,
are.
I'm talking
okay,
shit again, like I
so
always do.
scorekeeper, I don't know if I have this power, but I am going to find out right now if I do. It will be at my discretion. If I feel that you're intentionally skipping one game a week on purpose, I'll call you out on it. I don't care who you are, and I'll say no, you can't do that anymore. That's at my discretion because I'm the one that's keeping all the scores.
Right. I mean that
Uh,
doesn't matter.
no, no, yeah,
I'm just
no, no,
like I
no.
said.
This isn't at you at all because I know you pick all the games. So that but there
Oh
are
yeah.
certain people because remember we have people coming in and out
Yeah.
that would take over the number one spot for 1 week because they only picked 5 games and they never picked again.
Right.
So
Well, yeah. I'm just.
you know
I mean,
we
whatever
pretty
you.
much have a core of 8 to 10 people. That's
Yeah.
our core callers.
You're exactly right, and I mean it's at your discretion, big dog. This is your thing, so I mean, I'm just trying to make trouble. I'm just
Well, I'm glad, Almighty, that you have relented and allowed the big dog for it to be his
well,
discretion. Thank you
That's
for
his
that.
one for the
I
year.
appreciate the love there, Elizabeth. Finally got a like from you, Elizabeth. So that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
So,
So,
folks, we're gonna have everything posted this weekend. We are. We're gonna have everything posted this weekend,
but
Oh,
and
yeah.
it'll be good.
and to go on with that, so after the Monday night game is over, I usually do the calculations, the percentages, and everything that night or early Tuesday morning, and the post will be up by Tuesday afternoon. The following week will be up either Tuesday night or Wednesday for the following week's picks because we have to do our Thursday pick. So the Thursday pick is almost always done either on the post or in the PM on the Facebook PM to Sports Talk with the guys. So
I don't foresee us having a problem posting it at the latest
yeah,
by Wednesday morning. I'm going to see this done on Tuesday. It's just all of us have a lot more time to do it. I don't foresee a problem for the upcoming, but there's every week there's basically going to be two posts. The one that announces the week, that's week one, and then Big Dog is then going to do a post week one results. That's going to be it. And then there will be a week two, which will be NFL week two, which has all the upcoming games. And then there will be a week two results. And that way it'll be easy. And right now we have it on the Facebook page. I am against the instant messaging, but Big Dog did a good job of keeping track of that. I have left that to his discretion. But
the only reason
it's
why
all
I
good.
say the only reason why I said that, Raj, is because for whatever reason
Oh,
there are a couple of people that I cannot reach out to because they haven't signed up to Sports Talk with the guys.
Big Dog. I
So
wasn't even trying to be argumentative on that.
no, I know. I'm
Okay,
just giving you the reason why I said that. The reason why, because I know you'd rather have it only in the post so everybody's held accountable that way. But what I'm saying is, not everybody for whatever reason, even though they listen to us every week, they still have not become friends with Sports Talk with the guys after 15 years. So, which I can't understand that, but whatever. So friend us, people. We need friends. God damn it.
Well, if you want to be friends with Big Dog and be friends with Almighty, all of you do that. I am not friends with anyone, as I've been told. So I'm just going to leave it at that because
okay.
But Michael Day, who is the one who sets up a lot of our guests, and he's probably listening right now. He's friends with everyone. Damn him. It's good for him. And it's damn funny. So there you go, all my Gridiron Girl. Thank you for that. And it's good. And she is a Chargers fan. So it
Ooh.
is what it is. And thank you for that. So you know what, Elizabeth? NorCal girl, it is what it is. It just is what it is. So if you want to go ahead and add to that post, by all means. But folks, here's the thing. Think about the conversation that just happened. There was a little bit of emotion, and it is because it's competitive. That is absolutely awesome. And I don't know about everyone if we've actually said this on air or not. I know I was talking to Big Dot about Big Dot Pedro Grande. Earlier, and we were laughing amongst ourselves in a good way. It's like this is so awesome as to how many people are involved in this, and everyone of the members that were doing this, everyone finished at 500 or above. That's unheard of, folks. That is cool for a bunch of rookies, which we are. We all did well. That is absolutely awesome. And Big Dog and I were even talking about that, where Roz, the perennial one, was like 4 games under, and she turned it around on the last day of the season.
Roz came on strong the last like 3-4 weeks.
Oh yeah, but she
She
pulled it
really
out
turned it
on the
around.
last day. Yeah, Elizabeth, it will get hostile. It will, but that's because we are sports fans. So it just gets hostile. That's it.
Yeah,
But
and then I'll go over and go give scorekeeper a hug or something. We spoon later on at night. That kind of stuff. Everything's fine.
oh no, hell no, no. That's over. Not that it ever happened. Apparently, Almighty and El Perro Grande are into that. So I have that photographic fakery on one of the programs. I took a picture of that image and I'm keeping it. Yeah,
Gu-
Jay.
Guys, just to let you know, Roger's a little spoon.
Oh, not even close. Tanya, come on, Tanya, join us.
Ice
I'm putting her on
Princess.
blast. I just got a text from her. I thank you. Well, not just. It was actually about 14 minutes ago. So I have good news. I don't want to announce it yet until I have the official word, but it looks like we will have a surprise for everyone on. Oh, okay, wrong calendar. Looking at 2022. We will probably have a big surprise on September 16th. So as we move forward, we'll be able to announce it. But this is a big deal. So Tanya, thank you for that. And I'm gonna
Tanya,
send
while
her a
you're
text.
Tanya, while you're on, what's your pick for Thursday for tomorrow? Lions or Chiefs? They're playing in Kansas City, and Kansas City is a 4.5 favorite. So I can put it into the fun
Oh,
that
there
we
she
have.
is. There she is. There she is. So Tanya earlier today posted an image that she's working on her. Oh, there it is. Bam!
Gotcha.
She's in. Thank you,
Take
Tanya.
care of that right now.
So are we gonna list you, Tanya, as Tanya,
Ice
the
Princess.
producer,
Ice
or
Princess.
Ice Princess?
Ice Princess.
Well, we'll see what she wants to go by. So it's for you, Tanya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate. Sorry, young lady, I just saw the text message a few moments ago, so that is big news. So,
Oh,
I
okay.
will always go with Casey. Oh, Ice Queen. She wants Ice Queen. Woohoo!
You got it.
All right. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, I see that. Really good stuff. All right, folks, we are nearing the end of the first hour here on the professionals. This is the West Coast edition, and that's why Almighty went all professional on all of us. Stud Lee. Way to go, buddy. So what's the color of that shirt? Is that kind of like a what?
Purple,
It's purple.
purple,
I was
lavender,
gonna say I was gonna whip out
whatever,
my purple lightsaber,
whatever you prefer.
but I just didn't want to do that right now because I think it would be bad. That's for another program. So really good stuff, folks. I like it. Almighty, do you have a story that you want to get to right now?
Do I have a story? Well, let's go with this one. Not that one. The other one. Where is it?
Oh, go away. Hey. Get
Wait
your
a
story.
minute. Come on. Oh, here it is. Well, here we go.
What did she say? I was
Remember?
wondering who that was all snazzy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, this is a bit of baseball. Lucas Giolito makes unwanted Major League Baseball history not seen since 1899, Roger.
Third time, dude.
Did
That's
you see
crazy.
Did you see this story then?
By all means, yes, please. But tell
Oh
us
my
about it. I
gosh.
do know. Dude, that made news.
Yes, but the thing is, this is the Indians picked this guy up to help us get past the Twins, and it's not working out. So,
Folks, what happened was absolutely incredible. Just keep in the back of your mind that Mr. Giolito was with 3 teams this year.
right.
That's what made this trifecta incredible. Almighty, please enlighten us.
So, what did he gave up 8 runs in a start for 3 different teams in the same season, according to OptaStats. The 29-year-old landed in Cleveland after being included in the mass exodus of waivers by the Angels, who, after I think last time we spoke, the Angels were all in, and then all of a sudden they threw in the halo. So they acquired 2 or 3 other pitchers the Guardians picked up, not just him. So he did the same thing with the White Sox, and then with the Angels, and then with the Guardians by giving up.
Oh, the Gardeners?
The Gardeners. They are planting their seed for next season, which I don't see happening because this season is done. So I don't know what to do. So he gave, and the last time this was done was by Bill McGee in 124 years ago. And he did it with the Louisville Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Washington Senators during his 1899 campaign. So it was so. And right now, that made his ERA balloon from 445 to 488. I mean, 445 is bad enough, let alone going to 488. And the Indians ended up losing that game 20-6 to the White Sox, and the White Sox took 2 of 3 over after on Labor Day and beyond. So the Indians did not gain any ground on the Twins. So all those pitchers that they signed from the Angels may be leaving soon anyway, since something unless they can pull something off and the Twins can hit something. But that was the big thing I saw, and I guess I saw it since it seems like something the Guardians would do, a player from the Guardians would do. I mean, it's just par for the course. When something bad happens, it usually involves Indians / Gardeners. God damn it, Guardians player.
I have to tell you, I find it incredibly amusing because I was trolling YouTube and I saw the scene of Major League where what's his face is up, who in real life the hitter for the Yankees, the lefty, that's Pete Vukovich, a
Yep.
Milwaukee Brewers pitcher. Yeah, in real life. And he he did so well in that movie. But anyway, it's the moment where the starting pitcher can't get out of the ninth inning. He's got second and third, 2 outs, and they're like, "Hey, oh man, you did a great job." He says, "Oh, I still have enough, for one more." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. You pitched a hell of a game." And then he says, "I'm going for Vaughn." And Corbin Burns, well, not Corbin Burns. I'm sorry. What's his face? The catcher's like, "Dude, he hasn't gotten out against his team yet." Says, "I got a feeling for Vaughn." And seeing Vaughn come in and seeing that at bat, oh my God, it was so much fun. And when you say the Gardeners, they have the scene when the entire stadium goes crazy and they're singing wild things. They go to the Gardeners, and it was the two gentlemen. So I thought that was funny. It was really good. Twins actually hit something. Ooh, Elizabeth. I like it. So, folks, as you know, Big Dog, go ahead.
I was just wondering, did you know who the starting lineup was while he was pitching for the Gardeners?
Please do tell.
So and it doesn't matter what position they play
I
because
think
they're all
Johnny
in.
Appleseed was in on this
Well,
one.
no, 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 no. For the Gardeners, all the players are interchangeable. So it was Lopez, Garcia, Gomez, Rodriguez, Martinez, Perez, Sanchez, Alvarez, and Gonzalez. That's your starting 9 of the Gardeners.
Oh, oh, God. Oh my God. I don't think anyone caught that. That's hilarious. And oh my God, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that one, and we're gonna have it, folks.
So
Every
no
now and
wonder
then, I mixed up the names.
well,
Sorry,
no wonder
Omar.
they couldn't hit. They're so tired from working outside the stadium before the game.
Well, no, they were so tired because they had to get the grass ready on the field. The grass was immaculate, by the way.
Well, there was probably some shrubbery to be trimmed
There you
outside
go.
the stadium too.
Yeah,
Doing this all day, tires up. Really makes those shoulders tight, and you have to go out there and try to swing that bat.
folks,
Yeah.
this is why it's live. This is what happens when we're live. You just can't make this up, and we're eternally grateful. So, folks, in Major League Baseball, just very quickly, we're going to go over the stuff as we traditionally do before we go to the next story that the Big Dog, I believe he may have a story that we're going to go over. Here it is. In September 6th play, right now in the top of the ninth, St. Louis is really lighting up Atlanta 11-6. The Black Sox 5-4 over America's AAA team. Houston is putting it to Texas, which is the Major League Baseball TV game of the day, free, 8-2. Baltimore in the middle of the second is beating the Angels 1-0, and games that have gone final. Pittsburgh. It's always a good time when Pittsburgh wins. It's always a good thing for baseball. It is, folks. When Pittsburgh's competitive, baseball's fun. So they beat the Cerveceros 5-4. The Gardeners 2-1 over the Gemelitos. The Cubs. Oh my God, the Cubs 8-2 over the Hated Ones. The Athletics 5-2 over Toronto. Arizona 12-5. Wow, over Colorado. Philadelphia. Oh, I lost that one. Sorry, I have to go back to that one. Oh my goodness. Philadelphia 5-1 over San Diego. That one has also gone final. Seattle 8-4 over the Commies. Tampa Bay 3-1 over Boston. Miami lit up the Dodgers 11-4, and Washington Nationals edged Ice Queen's team 3-2, and the Yankees are making a run on Boston. They beat Detroit. Sorry, Tony, 4-3 on that one. So if we take a look at the standings now in the American League East, Boston 87-51, followed by Tampa Bay 3 back, Toronto 11, Boston 16, and the Yankees 18 back. In the Central, Minnesota is 73-67, followed by the Gardeners, 6 back, the Tigres, 9 back, the Black Sox, 19.5, and America's AAA team has been eliminated at 29 back. In the American League West, Houston, 79-61, is half a game ahead of Seattle. That race is far from over. Well, actually, as is the one in the American League East and even in the American League Central. Texas is 2 games back. The Angels are 9, and the Athletics have already been eliminated at
9.
36 back.
I have the Angels 14 and a half back.
I'm sorry, what did I say right now?
You said 9.
Oh, elimination. Sorry. I said 9 for the elimination. 14 and a half back. That is correct, Big Dog. Thank you. In the National League East, Atlanta's 90-47, 657 winning percentage. Philadelphia's 14. That one's over. Miami's 19. The Mets are 27 back, eliminated, and the Nationals are 28 and a half back, eliminated. In the Central, the Cerveceros 77-62, and there is a race. The Cubs are 1.5 back. The Commies are 5.5 back. Pittsburgh 12.5, and they have not been eliminated. St. Louis is 16.5 back. In the National League West, Los Dodgers are 84-54, 609 winning percentage. Arizona's 13 back. The hated ones are 19. San Diego 19.5, and Colorado eliminated at 33.5 back. If we take a look at the playoffs, as of a few moments ago, I don't know if the games have gone final just yet,
Nah.
but in the
They haven't.
American League, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say they haven't updated. Major League Baseball is slow for that kind of stuff.
In the American League, the division leaders right now are Baltimore in the East, Houston in the West, and Minnesota in the Central. And the reason why they haven't been ordered is because of the number of wins. That's how it goes. Right now, the 3 teams in the wild card are Tampa Bay. They hold that position by 8 games. Seattle's holding it by 1.5, and Texas is the last team in right now. Toronto is statistically behind Texas, so they're on the outside looking in with Boston 5 and the Yankees. Quite frankly, I don't believe they have a chance at 7 back, and everyone else is out of it. It's possible they haven't been eliminated. In the National League division, you have Atlanta, the Los Dodgers, and the Cerveceros. The 3 wildcard teams are Philadelphia. They're up by 5. The Cubs are 3.5, and Miami. Oh my God, Miami! They're holding the last spot. But look at this: Arizona's a half a game. The Commies are half a game, and the hated ones are 2.5. After that, it really starts to drop off. Because if you're the Padres, you have to jump over 4 teams to get into the playoffs. That's why it's very difficult. And that's why I also didn't mention that about the Yankees. When you look at it, they have to jump over 1, 2, 3 teams. It's very difficult to do so. Not impossible, but it is what it is. So that's a quick look at Major League Baseball. There is a story going around. Who are the 3 failures? I know when you look at baseball, right, there's 30 teams, but which are the ones that just overdid their welcome? Which are the teams that just failed big time? And number 1, it would have to be, I'm sorry, Tanya, but it would be the Mets. They're the ones that the most was expected from them, and they ended up being the biggest failures. In second place is the team across that little stream of water. Over on 151st Street or 161st Street, I forget. It would be the Yankees. Easily the second. Who is the most, or who would be this third team that the most was expected of them and they failed? Who would be your guess, Big Dog? And it's not necessarily a
Uh,
consensus, but
maybe the
yeah.
Padres.
Oh, good guess. I like that. Almighty, what would be your guess as a third team that the most was expected and flat out failed? Who would be your
Uh,
third one?
the A's.
Okay, fair enough. I'd have to give it to Big Dog on this one. It would be the Padres. There are several stories that are going around right now that these were the three team, the Halos. I don't know, Jay, but thank you. The Halos were expected to be competitive, and they were at times. But again, lots of injuries. I'm not going to say there's an Angels curse, but gosh darn it, I'm not into that stuff. But man, the Angels sometimes. But they did win the World Series in 2002. So go figure. Uh, those are the three biggest busts of the year. The Mets, because when you look at how much money was, I think they spent 350 some $1 million for this year. Unreal. So if you want to look at it that way, yeah. The Padres in third place, I don't believe they had the third highest payroll, but when you look at where they are and what they are, yeah, they're the third biggest bust. With all that talent, and they don't even have a winning record.
So,
Wow.
which are the
Um,
biggest surprise then? The Orioles and the Devil Rays, and who else?
Well, it definitely is Baltimore. There's no doubt. And it would have to be in the American League, it
Any
would
league?
have to be Seattle
Okay.
because Tampa Bay is generally competitive. Seattle is the biggest surprise in addition to
Well,
Baltimore.
well, and I guess yeah they are, but still, I'm just talking. With them having that low payroll and also being competitive. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, last year or the year before, we were making jokes about the Orioles not winning 20 games a year. So I mean, it's really they really turned it around and surprised everyone, especially me. I didn't see it coming.
Miami was actually not bad at times last year. So for them to carry it over to this year, it's not that much of a surprise. But when you look at the overall talent on the team, it still is a surprise. In the National League, it's Miami as being the team. And in the American League, it would be Baltimore with Seattle coming in second on the surprise. Big Dog,
I
did
have
you?
a, I,
Yeah, please.
well, actually, I had a question for everyone here. Are any of you surprised by the collapse of the Rangers? Because the Rangers were just ruling the American League West for the longest time, and then about this last month and a half, I mean, they have just been horrible. And now they're fighting for their playoff lives. Where they were up by a lot over the assholes. So does that shock you at all?
Buddy?
That I
Yeah,
am.
Almighty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened. I mean, they're still, well, oh God. I mean, they're not exactly out of it yet, but still, they had the lead. And then, I don't know. Do they have injuries or anything like that, big dog, or
Not
are they just,
not really.
or are they just
Not.
slumping at the wrong time?
I think they were slumping at the wrong time. I don't remember hearing any major injuries that they've
I
had.
think they did lose a pitcher. I don't remember who it is, but folks, just out of check this out. There are 20 teams that would love to have the record of the Texas Rangers. They're
True.
76 to 62. What happened is the American League West, you have three tough teams, which is really cool. And the Rangers have done well. So, but to answer your question, Big Dog, I was 100% wrong on the Rangers. I didn't think they were going to do well this year. So I was wrong on that, first off. So, second, I am not surprised that they're failing, but I'm wrong because I was wrong on the first one. So I'm wrong twice, right? Right? All right. So I'm wrong twice on the Rangers. Um, I'm not surprised, but it's easy for me to say because I didn't think they were going to do well anyway. Um, Texas moving forward, there's a nucleus there that Texas goes through phases where they're good for a while. I think they made a deal for someone at the trade deadline. So it's just
Yeah, did
Houston.
they got Scherzer, didn't they?
Yes, yes. So it's a bit of a disappointment that they're, but dude, it's a tough division. And well, no, it's not a tough division, but you got three good teams this year. So um, I was wrong on both for Texas. I have no love for any Texas team. It's just it is. So, but we are well into September. We still have a lot of baseball left, folks, which is really cool. So, a quick peek at tomorrow's games. Remember, on Major League Baseball TV, you can sign up, and every day there is one game that is free. Today's game was Houston, Texas, which is a marquee game, which is really cool. When you look at the games, let me see who will be tomorrow's game. And you can watch baseball, which is really cool, folks. Let me go to Thursday, September 7th. Check it out. Um, okay, it's not announced yet, but it's actually a thin schedule tomorrow. You have Mariners, Rays, Dodgers, Marlins, Tigers, Yankees, Cardinals, Brewers, D-backs, Cubs, and Gardeners and Halos. So I don't know who's going to be the. Oh, it might be the Cardinals, Braves, or Arizona D-back because it has MLBN. That might be the free game, which is cool, folks. Just remember, Major League Baseball under MLB TV gives a free game every day, which is really neat. And usually the first week or 2 weeks of baseball are free as well, and then right after the All Star game. So
Uh, I have a general question for everyone here in the chat and on here. No, I don't think so.
no, I hadn't kissed a Yankee name for there again. I hadn't done it for a while. That's why I had to get it in. Big dog,
Yeah,
please.
but I didn't say that. I didn't say that word though. So
No, but I did a
you only
lot.
kissed it when you said no, but you kissed it already. Anyways, now that football season is starting tomorrow, do you think the deal will be done between Disney and Spectrum Cable? Because as we all know, Monday Night Football is on ABC/ESPN, and right now throughout the entire United States, it is blacked out completely. All the Disney owned channels are blocked out. So there's going to be a lot of people calling in on Monday because that's the first time it's going to be affected. The Monday night game. So do you think we'll see anything done in the next week and a half or so, or that they'll
That
settle?
answer is dependent on MFL Plus. Okay.
I mean,
I
NFL?
Yeah, the NFL Plus. Because right now, the first week is free. They're offering a special right now where you can actually go back and get last year's price. So I don't know the rules to NFL Plus, but there's a lot of stuff you get on there. And if the game is available on NFL Plus, it's not going to matter because the first week is free.
Well, the
People will
game
still
will
be
be
able to watch it.
available on NFL Plus.
I'm sorry.
The game will be.
So then there is
Most
no
of the national
impetus right
most
now.
of the national games are on NFL Plus. That's part of their package. This year, you can also add the Red Zone and NFL Network onto your NFL Plus subscription this year.
Yeah.
Last year it was just the Plus.
Yeah.
But usually, like last year, like on Sunday, you would watch your local game and then get the 4 o'clock game, and then you'd have the Sunday night game from NBC on there.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't afford to spend that kind of money for NFL Plus. They rely on ABC to see the Monday
It's
night
not that
game.
expensive, though. That's the thing, is it's not that expensive.
Well, okay, gentlemen, there's arguments to both which are valid. I just wanted to say that the first week it's free. So to
Well, I
answer your
know.
question, Big
Well, I
Dog,
know.
I don't think there's going to be a deal. There's no impetus for the first week. After
Okay.
that, people are going to be unhappy.
Well, but
I understand what you guys are saying. But a lot of the poor places in America they still don't have cable. They rely on regular over the air TV, which is channels 2, 4, and or ABC, CBS, and NBC, which are the football, and Fox, which are your Sunday games and the Monday game. So for those people who don't even have internet or cable, they can't get the NFL Plus games. So we're lucky, but
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just saying that,
yeah. Well, you're right, but that's a problem. You've got to understand that I just read that NFL Plus wants to have they want all their games on the stream through there.
mhm.
That's their plan. Their plan is to have all the games. So there's going to be a time when the antenna is not going to get you jack because they
That is
want to.
true, that's at least 10, 15 years out the way because they just signed a new contract with I guess it would be Disney, that the games are going to be on ESPN and ABC for the next I don't know how many
Oh yeah,
years.
but still, that's.
So
But yeah, because the NFL's been talking about that streaming thing for a long time
yeah,
anyway. But to get back to your question, you got to. But not just the NFL, but there's going to be a lot of college games that are going to be
yep,
missed. And
yep.
this is week 2, and there are some big matchups coming up this Saturday or whenever.
Yeah,
So
Saturday.
you have that too, and there's a lot of college. But you just can't watch it on Spectrum, right? I mean, you can still watch the games on Hulu, but you can't get them on
Uh,
Spectrum.
yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
so I
Oh,
don't
well,
know. So I
that's
don't
if
know how
you
many
have.
people. So I don't know how many people are subscribed to Rectum.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, okay. You're funny, but let's back up a moment. If they have access to the internet, this is academic, but they don't. So it actually goes back to the question of what El Perro Grande asked a while ago. It's not the vast majority of America, but there are many people that don't have access to high speed internet, much less cable. There are still many parts. So it's a fair question.
And
Do
and
you
even if you
believe?
would, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was directing it to Almighty. Do you believe Almighty knowing that? Will there be a deal? My answer was no, not the first week,
well,
irrespective of what the big dog
yeah.
said. It's just
Is
I
the
don't
Monday
see it
night game
happening.
on ABC this week, Big Dog?
Yes, it's on ABC and ESPN, which of course
Okay, so yeah,
Disney owns both of them.
but usually isn't it just an ESPN game and not
Usually.
on a? So I mean,
Yes.
this is the last week you're going to be able to
Oh,
get that on antenna TV anyway because
oh,
ESPN.
so yeah, there you go. You see, if it's
So
on ABC, yeah.
but being on ABC, that's cool. But a deal done, I don't know. I mean, Spectrum just pulled the plug without telling anybody about it. Remember, what I've read, they just you're watching Disney Plus or whatever, and all of a sudden it went blank, and they didn't even tell Disney about it. They just went ahead
Whoa,
and
whoa,
did
whoa,
it.
whoa, wait, hold on.
No, no,
Who
no.
pulled the
It's
plug?
it's Disney.
No.
It's Disney that pulled the plug on Spectrum. Disney. It was the contract was up with Disney to negotiate, and Disney said,
So
okay,
Disney did
well,
it. No,
we
Disney did
wanted,
it.
yeah. So in other words, the contract was say for $50 million for the year, which is probably lowballing extremely. But Disney came back and said, okay, well, if you want to sign up with us, we need $200 million now.
Well,
So they jacked up the
Well,
price.
here's the thing though, they're going to blame each other because every time they negotiate with a new, when something this always happens to a lot of things on
Yeah,
Spectrum.
no, I know.
But then they blame each other. Help us get this channel back in, and the other one's like, well, it's their fault because. But I guess I got confused. I thought Spectrum just shut it all off, but Disney.
No, no,
But
it was
Disney went black. So Disney
this
went black.
particular, yeah,
So
this
Disney is
particular time it was Disney.
okay. So Disney will be looked at as the bad guy here.
Yes,
well,
So
it almost
and
always
that's
is.
all Disney
Let, let
needs,
me
right?
let
yeah,
me add another thing to this, guys. The whole thing with Disney is that the cable companies are into products on this level, and this level. And Disney has always fought that ESPN should not be part of a sports package. It should be part of the basic cable. And that's the problem. Everything that you have on Disney, okay, I can't say everything, but the reason why Disney has a whole slate of channels, part of the basic package, and their fees, when I last read within the last week or so, they're like $9, and I think it was like 9.37 a month per subscriber. That's crazy. So if you look at the average cable payer of whatever their bill is, $9 and change goes to Disney for everything. And Spectrum, the inside source has let us know this, that they wanted to set up special like packages, and Disney has said no. It has to be part of Gable. So that's one of the major deals right now. Elizabeth, you know what? I apologize, and thank you for asking, folks. I think I keep doing this subconsciously because I have mosquito bites. I left the door open. Damn rat bastards! I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. Elizabeth, thank you for your concern. It's more unfortunately itchy. I can tell I've been bitten in several places by mosquitoes. So sorry, folks. I didn't mean to. Ugh. And I just got bit within the last 20, 30 minutes. That's why I'm feeling it right now. Ugh. So that's it's crazy. It is. So it sucks, folks. It sucks for the average cable subscriber.
Well, the
And
only thing that gets me, especially with something like ESPN, is that they want to raise their rates, but they're also making money through advertising revenue. So, you're so they're making all kinds of money hand over fist to begin with. And every time a contract comes up, no matter if it's ABC, NBC, CBS, or whatever, they always want more money. And then the cable bill goes up or Hulu goes up
Yep.
because they want to pay more fees. So the question is when do you hit that ceiling? When, no moss, as they would say.
well, we are probably there now because, and folks, I have this article from the Daily Mail. I know it's kind of funny, a United States issue, but on the Daily Mail, I'm going to send it over to my co-host right now, and they're talking about some of the things we've mentioned right now. So it looks like Spectrum is waging war with Disney, and they're offering a special 2-month deal at $69.99, which includes, and this is an end run around Disney. I believe it is is it the Fubo? Yes, Fubo. It's a 2-month deal with streaming service Fubo, which carries all Disney networks. So it runs at $69.99 for 2 months before return to the regular price, but Spectrum customers are allowed to cancel their subscription and still make use of the Fubo deal. So it's a carriage dispute, and it's what they have to pay for the network. Charter is arguing that the number of people cutting off cable subscriptions over the past few years means the business is changing rapidly, and any new deal must reflect that. It wants Disney to give customers more flexibility to restrict bundling. So again, not trying to be pedantic, Disney says all or nothing. And the cable services are like, well, we'd like to have different tiers of service. And Disney's like, you can do whatever the hell you want, but our deal is basic service. So
What was that other company you said for 69.99? What was the name of them?
Fubo.
Are they owned by Spectrum? Because it's kind of odd that because I got that email. I got an email from Spectrum saying because of what Disney's doing, you can still access all those Disney channels. Click here, and it took me to Fubo, and I checked it out. But there's about 2 or 3 channels that I watch regularly that aren't included in that package, that are not Disney, but other things.
I don't have that answer, Big Dog. It doesn't make it clear in there.
Because I mean, if you own something, Scorekeeper, and you're charging customers $200 a month, why would you say, hey, since Disney's not showing this, go to this company? I mean, as a customer, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm still going to pay you $200 a month, and you want me to pay another $70 to get the maybe 12 channels? If I'm going to do that, I'm going to drop you guys and just go with Fubo, whatever the hell they're called. It doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what Spectrum is thinking, that the customer is going to want to add another, $70, $80 to their already $200 cable bill or more, just to get these Disney channels, Disney owned channels, excuse me.
I'm
Well,
not going to be able to answer that because
it
I don't
appears
have
that Facebook owns Fubo.
Okay.
And also, I think networks like CBS and NBC and
Now
so I
It-
mean,
it-
yeah,
it's
but
interesting.
this 2020 that says that Fubo is owned by Facebook. It was acquired
Okay.
by Facebook then. So I don't see anything saying that Spectrum owns it, but that doesn't
Okay.
mean that there could be a deal that
Yeah.
Facebook and them can have a deal of some kind of handshake deal or underhanded deal that you're talking about to get around, right? To get
Yeah.
around.
To get the Disney. Yeah.
So maybe Facebook is going to give Spectrum a kickback if they do this. I don't know. Who knows what the deal is? But since I got rid of Spectrum a long time ago. It doesn't really, because I got tired of that kind of crap going on all the time. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, the bill goes up every year or so because everybody wants more money or wants more payout. So, and it continues to go. And the
Yeah.
same thing with Hulu. Hulu. I had that for a while, but then it kept going up $10 or more every week, every year.
It felt like it.
See, no, I was. Every year when I was, every time I was up for a new subscription, it's going up from 59 to 69, 69 to 79, 79 to 89, blah 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 blah.
Oh, so you had it with the live TV also packaged in it.
Yeah,
right?
I had everything.
Ah,
In it. So
okay.
because I got that so I could watch all the games.
Okay.
I had every.
Yeah,
I had every,
because I have Hulu, but I just have Hulu by itself. So
I had Hulu. Hulu at first took place of Spectrum because it was cheaper than Spectrum.
mm,
Do you
okay.
see what you see? So it was
Yeah,
cheaper.
no, I get you.
So I went that way. But then the price kept going up till after 4 or 5 years. Like, well, screw this. I'm back to where I started. It's not in the budget. So I got rid of it. So that's why I
Yeah.
went and got NFL Plus, which right now is at, I've put all the stuff is $14.99 a month for NFL Plus. I didn't know. I
Okay.
don't know if that's the deal, special or not, but that was just a website. I looked at real quick. So I went through NFL Plus because it was only $14.99 a month. But then again, I have Paramount. The only games I cannot watch are the ESPN and the Fox games because you can't get those on as separate
I
apps.
get you.
You have to have a cable provider to get those two. But as you know, well, Roger knows, as you can get CBS Plus through Amazon or anywhere. I mean, it's a separate app, and so is Peacock. So I can watch
Yeah.
the Sunday game through Peacock or whatever, or college football when Ohio State and Big Ten play on that network now. So everything's changing, but Fox, for some reason, you can't just buy alone. You have to have a provider. So I do miss some of the games. I miss the games on Fox unless they are on the 4 o'clock game or whatever on the NFL Plus app. That being said, I'm not talking too much, but that's just to give you an idea of what I experience and what I have done since I don't know how to hack into these systems and get it for free.
I want to tell you that this article has made clear that Disney is proactively pushing the Hulu ESPN bundle for those people. So I believe Spectrum countered with Fubo. So there is more to it. They're going to
Yeah.
be in this one for a while, and it's unfortunate. So again, Big Dog, to add to my prior answer, I don't know if this one's going to be resolved that fast. I'm figuring it's going to go for about another week.
Oh, it might
But
go
I
longer.
don't pretend to know. I
Well,
don't
looks
have
like
that
it-
in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't interrupt you. I'm very sorry about that. Go ahead.
Finish up, Almighty. Go ahead.
No, I'm just a week. I don't know. It seems like they're digging their heels in a little bit. Maybe it might go
Yes.
a little longer. But for Spectrum customers that only had that they're just hoping for a week, as you say. But and who knows? But then you have to realize how many people will say, "Well, screw Spectrum. We're going to go with Hulu now, or Holo, or whatever the hell's called, Holo,
Hulu.
hologram,
Hulu.
whatever, yeah, or Fubo." Instead of like, well, we're tired of having Spectrum and doing this to us all the time. We're just going to go. We're going to go somewhere else now. So this could also cost them customers, or have more customers, as they say, cut the cable.
Folks, I was shocked as to how many people are now paying. I think the number was like 15 million customers now that Spectrum has. That's crazy. I remember when they were in the 70, 80 million range. That is amazing to me. But when we turned in our cable box about 3, 4 months ago, even the people that were there said, "Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. Every day we get 5 people coming in to the office in Mount Clair saying that they're cutting, and it's just unbelievable."
Yeah, like I said, I got rid of mine years ago because of the price. But That's
Well,
just
we
so,
got in
but the
with
same thing's happening.
$79.
What's that?
We got in with $79 for basic cable and internet. And when we cut them adrift, it was $232 a month.
Yeah, that's I've heard that the rates have really skyrocketed. I mean, the only thing I get through them right now is my internet, and I get that at a great rate. So I can't complain about that. But that's where I get my my internet is from them.
I,
But
I
now, go ahead, Big Dog.
no, I was going to say I've been looking around to cut Spectrum out, but since where I'm at in Riverside, they're really the only game in town. Um, so like
And
the
they're the only
food,
ones that have Lakers and Dodgers, big dog.
that's just what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I almost pulled the trigger on that FUBU one or whatever the hell it's called, FOMO or whatever. But that was the one channel they didn't have, which was the Lakers channel, and there was no effing way I'm switching without my Lakers being able to see every single Laker game because
You gotta have you got to have
I
your
have
priorities,
watched
Big Dog.
I have watched every single Laker game since 19
32.
since about 1980, 82 or 83 when they first came out with Prime Ticket. You remember that, Raj? Prime
I sure
Ticket?
do. I sure do.
As soon as Prime Ticket came out saying it was for the Lakers and cable, I got it because I was working for Thrifties at the time. And ever since then I have had every single I haven't missed.
Up until a few months ago, I was one of the few in LA, like Big Dog, that we were getting Dodger games. It is so embarrassing that in Southern
Yeah,
California, 70% of residents in LA City do not have access to Dodger games. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
that's because of Spectrum.
And
Spectrum
we were
decided not
talking
to
about
play
that.
ball with all the other companies.
Well,
Well,
what Disney's doing to them, Spectrum did to
Yeah,
everyone else. We talked
yeah,
about that.
but
Remember, they wanted $5
yeah.
per subscriber for
Yeah.
the Dodger stuff.
We have the same problem with the Guardians or the Gardeners because of
Gardeners.
Bally Sports, and they won't, and Bally doesn't want to. They just want you to subscribe to their nonsense and not. So there is. So if you have no matter what you have, you can't get the Gardner games unless you have subscribed to Bally's, which is going belly up, from what I understand.
No.
So I don't know what the future of other teams are that go through belly up. I don't know. Are the Dodgers part of belly up? Are the Lakers?
Belly up. What?
Oh, right.
Bally's.
No. The
No.
the Dodgers and the Lakers have their own unique channels here. Did they
Okay.
merge? Are they under the same plan?
No.
How do
No.
you get it?
Uh,
The games.
well, I mean, it's part of the Spectrum basic package. But it's Spectrum Sports Net for the Lakers, and the Dodgers one is called. Let me see. You know what? It might be Bally's.
See, and they're going belly up though.
I think Bally's is the Dodgers.
But from what I understand, they're going, well, at least here in this area. They're
Oh
going
no, here we go. No, it is also Spectrum Sports Net.
There
But
it is. Sportsnet.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Wow.
it's Spectrum Sports Net and then Spectrum Sports Net LA. So the Spectrum Sports LA is for the Dodgers, and then Spectrum Sports Net is the Lakers, the Sparks, the Kings, and
There
a
is a
couple others
lot
placed.
on there.
Yeah,
But folks, it just got to be ridiculous. Look, I dropped $238 to $15 for the internet that I have, lightning fast internet. It's just unbelievable, and I didn't want to do it anymore.
Who's your internet?
Spectrum.
Oh, it's still Spectrum. Okay.
Yep. But it's ridiculous. I have an image right now which I'm going to upload, and I know Big Dog or El Perro Grande and Almighty will be deleting it each and every week. So I'm going to tell them right now, tough shit. I'm still going to keep putting it up, and Big Dog can say anything he wants, but this happened, and I'm gonna keep it here for, dare I say, posterity's sake. Damn, I'm still getting beat. I am still being attacked by these mosquitoes, man. Forgive me a moment. I need to close this door, because damn, I'm being eaten alive right now. So forgive me a moment.
So real quick, Big Dog, I want to
Yes.
show you the new opening for Comics 101, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So you
That's
like it?
cool.
You like it?
Yes, I
So
do.
is that the
Yes, I do.
porn for the intro for next week?
Yep, yep,
Yes.
yep. So I thought that I'd show it to Big Dog here, so he would get his approval before we put it up. But I just, because I don't think we had one before. I think we just went on
No.
air and said hello.
Yeah. Just real quick, Elizabeth, I just sent it to you via PM. I'm sorry I didn't send it earlier, but and no offense because I really don't know you that well. So when I got your friend request and the question about needing my address, since it was like 12:40 at night, I thought that was kind of I didn't know if you were a night owl or not, so I wasn't sure if you were hacked or not. And I was actually waiting
Oh,
for today to ask you.
yeah, that's right. Actually, Big Dog did ask me, and he read the thing to me, and I was like, I don't know, Big Dog. Let's wait. So it was cool. Yeah. Even I told Big Dog, no, let's just wait, dude. It seems a little odd. So we apologize, Loth Cat.
No,
Gotta
no,
blow you
I
off on that.
apologize. You have nothing to apologize for.
I was in on it. I readily take the blame on that one because it was cool because Big Dog did contact me and I was like, there was a way it was written that he and I were like, I don't know, buddy. There has been a lot of Facebook stuff.
In
And
fact, Roz just got hacked today. Roz, she posted that she was hacked and not to accept any new friend invites.
okay, that's another
Well,
one.
that's directed at Scorekeeper. I don't know you yet.
Okay, well, once
We'll
again,
work
I
on
have
that. We'll
now
work on
saved
that.
that one for posterity's sake as
We'll
well.
work on that.
Now, yeah, I'm odd, you know that. All kidding aside, over the last few months, Elizabeth, I have to thank you publicly and personally because you do spend a lot of time with us, and it's a thrill. Elizabeth met us because we were doing a lot of. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to change that. We had a lot of ARC programming, and she discovered and she started to go on over to some of the other stuff because she didn't know everything we did, and she was very politely listening to everything I would say, and it turned out that we had a lot of stuff in common, and I acknowledge that, Elizabeth, we do, and it's really kind of cool, and it's really neat. But you have checked out a lot of our other programming, and it means a great deal to us. Let me tell you, there have been times because we know our audience sees us after the fact. And it's a little tough when you're doing a program and no one is there. And you have been, Elizabeth, and it helps out a great deal, which is really cool. And I mean that. So it's much appreciated. So, all right. Well, folks, continuing, we are well into our second hour here on the Professionals West Coast Edition. We've gone over quite a bit of stuff tonight, and it's exciting. I don't know, Big Dog, if you had a particular story you wanted to get to, because we have been talking about a great deal. Is there a major story?
There's no major stories. Just since I'm the basketball guy, there's really not a lot going on right now. We're kind of in the dead area till next month when training camp starts up. The Lakers did add Christian Wood, which was a big pickup according to the Lakers. Uh, Everybody had been talking about that, picking him up. So we got him on a 2-year deal for I believe it was just under $8 million or $9 million. Real good deal. He's a good scorer. They keep calling him, he's the center for the Lakers, and I'm like, no, he's 6'9". He's not the center for the Lakers. He can
That's
maybe play
Glenn
a little
Rice
backup.
size.
No, Glenn Rice was 6'7".
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
That's James Worthy size. Maybe LeBron James. I think James is 6'9".
Yeah, I don't take it back.
Anyways, The other thing going on, Danny Green signed a 1-year deal to return to the Sixers. But I did want to say, I don't know, I sent it out to a lot of people on Instagram. I don't know if everybody saw it, didn't see it, don't care. But Danny Green was out doing a podcast, and they asked him, they said, Danny Green, you won 3 championships on 3 different teams. Which has been the hardest? And this goes out to every single effing non-Laker fan out there that gives me and the Lakers shit about the bubble title. Danny Green himself, who played on the team, says of his 3 championships, one with San Antonio, one with Toronto, of course, one with the Lakers. He says the one with the Lakers in Disney was the hardest championship he's ever played or playoff series he's ever played in because of the mental stress that was put on all the players. So for any non-Laker fan or whatever that keeps, saying, "Oh, the ring doesn't count," it's not a real championship. It's the Mickey championship. Well, F you. I'll be nice.
There's no need to be nice, folks. Once again, those are the rules that everyone agreed to.
Yep.
They all played by those rules. They're the ones that won. That's it. It's done. It's over. Same time when the Major League Baseball had a shortened season in '81, the Dodgers. Oh, that's funny. A shortened season. Lakers won. Dodgers won. Ooh, didn't think about that. Anyway, I guess Los Angeles likes them short ones, but that's neither here nor there. Folks, it was a full season. Those were the rules. They all knew going in, and everyone else is just crying about it because they didn't win. So screw them. Okay. Now, there it is, folks. Bam. Let's put this one to bed right now. There it is.
What?
Okay. It's right there.
What?
Almighty didn't wake me up. He just rolled over and got up without waking me up. It's right there.
Yeah.
Big Dog can say anything he wants.
Yes, I can.
There.
I've never denied that one.
I didn't say you were denying. I'm saying I'm uploading this one and I'm keeping it there for posterity's sake. So each and every time Big Dog says, this and this between he has someone, and that's Almighty. So,
Well, see, that's because, and once again, there's no pictures for that one, just as there was no pictures for Vegas when you and I spent
there's no posts. It's right there. Almighty didn't wake me up. He just rolled over and got up without waking me up.
But over the past 15 years of Sports Talk with the Guys, it has been mentioned many, many, many times.
By you.
So there is audio and denials by you. So of course you'd be denying it. You were ashamed of me at the time.
Oh, I'm never ashamed of you, Big. Well, no, yeah. Oh my God, that's damn funny. The dome. So Jay, both Big Dog and I posted that one. Going back to it, did anyone watch the Untold Story on Netflix about the Florida Gators? Is this how we came up with Gatorade?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it really is. Oh,
there was.
Because that's where Gatorade.
The scientists invented it for the football team, and it gave them an edge because they were the ones that were using it. I think that was back in the late '60s, I believe.
Yes.
Is that right? But as far as the Gator documentary, I did not. I started it, but didn't finish it because I didn't finish it for some reason. I know I started it, but then something came. I don't know. I just didn't finish it.
So I'm curious because I'm not a college football guy at all. So is this documentary about all their scandals, or how they're always a top 10 team, or what's the documentary about?
I haven't gotten into it. I don't know the full brunt of it. Jay will have to tell us what the whole thing's about because I didn't.
Good.
It. Well, that isn't. Well, are you talking about the documentary or Gatorade?
Dad, it's good.
But personally, I like Powerade better, but that's just me.
Well, I'm not but it's good. So I don't know. I think that it had Tim Tebow, and that's probably why I stopped watching it because I didn't want to watch Tim Tebow. But
probably
that's one thing too. But other than that, I haven't. Like I said, excuse me.
Didn't The Rock go there?
I don't know. The
or was it?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I know. I know that Burt Reynolds went there.
Oh, really? Okay.
He played football for a while until he got hurt, and then he went to acting because he was playing. I think he was there on a football scholarship, if I remember correctly. and then he got hurt and couldn't play anymore, hurt his knee or something, and then that's when he became an actor. So if he wouldn't have hurt his knee, he might have played more football. Yeah, see, I'm tired of Tebow. And I mean, that tells you how old the documentary is too. I mean, I think I watched one on the scandals from the Miami hurricane times when Urban was there. I remember watching that one with all the stuff all the shenanigans they got into.
So Tebow was with Florida or Miami?
The Gators.
Okay, Florida Gators. Yeah.
Okay, University of Miami is where The Rock went. That was the
Okay, I don't know anything about the Rock.
Oh, and
yeah,
just as you said that, the engineer confirmed it.
yeah.
That's funny.
So
I do want to say that, forgive me for revealing something, but earlier in the week, or this weekend, it happened. We got together and we had a good time, actually. The big dog, El Ingeniero, and myself got together to watch a game, which wasn't even on, probably due to carriage dispute. No, actually, they didn't have the particular game that we were going to go and watch, but we still
Don't
had.
forget your stocky.
Yeah, Brandy. Brandy was there, and it's great. She's great. I've told you she's at the Applebee's at right there on Monte Vista and Montclair, and it's funny. I think I told the story on air one time because I was a regular there. Both Claudia and I were regulars, but I would show up a few other times, and I asked her straight out. I said, "So, Brandy, when I visit, do how do they tell you that I'm here? Do they tell you your stalker is here, or the old man, whatever, desperation, whatever?" He goes, "Oh no, they say Roger's here." Like, oh shit, they know my name. That is so fun. I love that one, and it's like, oh damn, they know my name.
They probably have your picture hanging up in the locker room or in somewhere.
I don't know if I rate that high.
No, I mean, it's a warning thing. It says if Claudia goes missing, look for this man.
I don't believe I rate that high because I'm actually kind of friendly and fair with everyone. But it was fun seeing her again. Hadn't seen her in a bit. And Jay, I thank you for that. We're going to be having other get-togethers as we move forward because there's going to be a lot of stuff to watch, as in football, as in basketball, as in hockey. So it's going to be good. Let me see. And that's with an I. That's how she spells it. So it's not Brindy, Brandy with an I. Has Brandy ever gotten someone who watches a show come in and say they know her from you? I have to ask her. I don't think so yet, but that would be cool. She's a good person. And everyone that I take to go, she is big dog. I mean, she has a difficult job where she's at. And I understand how most servers are nice to be nice because they have to be. No, with her, it's genuine. And I've learned that. With her, it's what you see is what you get. And that's why we hang around. And Jay had a chance to meet her. I mean, she's just genuinely nice. She's really cool. So if you guys are ever there in the Applebee's on Montclair, ask for Brandy. You can tell her, yeah, your stalker was talking about you on Sports Talk with the guys. So it's kind of cool. And all right. So we're nearing the end of our second hour. What else, gentlemen? What else do you guys want to get to? Or are we going to be pretty much done with that for now?
Well, real quick.
We did go over a lot today.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But real quick, I just want to go over my final predictions of how teams will finish in 2023 in the NFL.
Oh, all right. So you're gonna pull a Tony. Awesome.
I guess.
Yeah, because Tony gives us the scores even. So
well, I'm just gonna go with how these final standings will look.
Okay.
So in the AFC in the East, Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Patriots. In the North, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, Ravens.
Dude, even Roz is like, what the hell's the matter with you? Because her team's the Ravens. Remember, she's the color maven.
In the South, the Jaguars, Titans, Colts, and the Texans.
The
They will be-
Jaguars are going to take the division?
Oh, this is Trevor Lawrence's year, my friend. Oh, he's the man. He's coming out. Maybe. Well, like I said, they're predictions. I didn't say they're written in stone.
I saluted you. I did.
I have not put these on the tablets for Moses to bring down from the mount yet.
Oh, okay, Almighty.
In the West, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders. And the Raiders
What
and the
a-
Broncos, and the Broncos and the Raiders could be interchangeable.
Ooh,
I just don't.
interesting.
I just don't. I'm sorry, Big Dog. I just don't trust the Raiders.
That's fine.
Yet.
That's
And I'm
fine.
not even
I,
sure
understand. I totally understand.
I'm not even sure if Garoppolo's going to finish the year before they bring in the other guy. Aiden, what's his last name? Big Dog, Aiden.
Oh yeah, Aiden, who gives a shit?
Yeah. So
I was going to say
Garoppolo,
Aiden needs the football.
either. I think Garoppolo will either get hurt or they just might not like him and replace. I don't know. I mean, if the Raiders, I'm just. I know I thought about it too, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But I just didn't know what else to do about that. I mean,
Well,
the Broncos only because of Sean Payton.
now Garoppolo, of course, is the Raiders quarterback. You know who his agency is, right?
No.
Do we cheat him and how?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm saying the Raiders have some of the pieces, but they always blow themselves
Oh yeah,
up
I
somehow.
agree.
But I don't know. But over in the NFC, real quick, the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and the Commanders. And the Giants and the Commanders could also be either way. In the North, the Lions, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers. I do not trust Jordan Love.
I agree.
I don't know. I mean, I know I'm kind of jumping on the Detroit bandwagon, but who knows?
See, that hurt to say. You couldn't even get it out.
I know. I don't know. I mean, but who knows? We'll find out. I'll find out more tomorrow how well this Lions team is.
That's exactly what I was going to say. True test is you open your first game of the season against the world champs.
Yep. So maybe on Saturday I'll update the North Division.
Okay.
And the West. I already did that. Oh, the North. I didn't know. Okay. I got to go to page 2, I think. Oh, the South.
Yes.
The Saints, Falcons, Buccaneers, and Panthers. And the Buccaneers and the Panthers are not going to, they're probably going to have a first top 10 pick again. And in the West, the 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals. The Rams and Cardinals will also be in the top 5 or so in the high draft picks next year. The Rams just don't, like I said, I told Jay after the show with the Breaking Bad, not the Better Call Saul, is that they just went all in to win the Super Bowl and they're still rebuilding from that. And it might take another few years to get back to normal. And plus, Cup's hurt. So there's another. And I don't think Stanford's going to finish the year. He's going to get hurt again. So that offensive line's he's going to be running for his life, I believe. And so he'll probably get hurt again. And they won't have Baker Mayfield to sign this time. They'll probably have to go. Maybe Brady will come out of retirement to get killed in California, in Los Angeles.
No,
but anyway,
if Brady comes out of retirement, he's going to wear silver and black. He'll just come off the
that's
from
right.
the older suite. He'll just go down on the field.
Yeah, he'll just take the elevator down.
Yep.
Go and suit up and just start playing again. Yep.
Now, along the lines of with the NFL, what did you guys think about today's signing by the Niners, where they signed Nick Bosa for 5 years, $170 million? Biggest contract for a non-quarterback ever.
Well, he's been holding out, and he got his money. The question was, would he get it done in time to play on Sunday, right? They have a Sunday game, right? With Pittsburgh.
Yes.
They play Pittsburgh. So he did sign, and word on the street is he kept himself in shape, so he should be able to play on Sunday. I don't know how much, but he'll probably play against the Steel Curtain. And that's also going to be a test for the Steelers because the Steelers are supposed to be vastly improved. So, and also in the hunt for the division. I mean, all those teams in the North, AFC North, quite possibly, even though I have the Ravens at number 4, could probably still finish above 500. All those
Yeah.
teams are vastly great, not great, but good, and they could all finish. And maybe the 3 wild cards come out of the division if it been for the AFC East. The Patriots may be the weak link at 8 and 9, but I put the Dolphins because the Bills' offensive line is still suspect. And I put the Jets in there because remember, I just heard that they had the 84 Bears defense. So they must be, that alone
Yeah.
tells you that they're ready to go. I don't believe the hype about the 84. That we'll judge that after the season. There's just, you can't, oh my God, why would you even say that? I mean, geez, if you want to compare yourself to somebody, why don't you compare yourself to the 72 Dolphins where they went undefeated and won the Super Bowl? And it's some kind of a dynasty. But I don't know. I wonder if that bragging could kind of come back and hurt them. But if the Jets have that kind of a defense, well, they may need it depending on how Aaron Rodgers plays. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Oh, definitely.
Because you think
course,
Aaron Rodgers might have, I mean, with Devin Cook, with them signing him, that's going to take some pressure off of him. They won't be able just to chase him around because we look out for the running game. But we'll see. The Jets are going to be an interesting team. And I put them in second just because, well, why not? Why not go all in on the Jets? And the Dolphins, I still think that coach has some shit up his sleeve and might be able to outcoach the rest of them.
Do you think Tanya's gotten her Aaron Rodgers New York Jets jersey yet?
Ooh, it's a damn good question. But by the way, one reason why Tanya isn't with us for the moment, she says she's working on her craft room closet because I invited her to join us. Will there be an undefeated team in the NFL? I don't see that.
No. There's too many games. Well, not too many games. I don't see it. I mean,
but
the only one that would have a chance would be Kansas City or the Eagles.
Maybe the Bills. Maybe the Bills too.
I don't. The Bills are a little weak.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'd put the Bengals up there before the Bills. If Burrow, we don't know if Burrow's playing Sunday yet or not either. Anyway, he has that calf injury. But chances are he will play, but we don't know how healthy he'll be. He had it in preseason, and then he aggravated it again, which slowed down his healing. So we won't know. I don't know what we will know about Burrow's chances when we pick Saturday against the Browns but you got to remember Burrows is 1-4 against the Browns. He has a better record against Kansas City than he does the Browns. So, and I don't think he's won in Cleveland either. So, I mean, the Browns somehow have his number. So we'll see if that continues though. Should be a decent game. And the point spread isn't that great where, if I was a gambling man, I probably would take the Browns and the 2.5 points in the spread. I mean, why not? I think the Browns could win that game straight out, but I'll leave that to the Thomases of the world, not me.
Do you think Dak Prescott should be worried about the Trey Lance trade, that his days may be numbered in Dallas?
Well, from what I understand, Trey Lance was a disappointment in San Francisco, and that's why they got rid of him. And still, I don't. Dak will probably get hurt anyway, and Trey will have to come in if he's number two. He's QB number 2,
true.
right?
That's true.
Yes, he will. Right?
He's supposed to be number 2. Yeah.
So Dak usually misses a handful of games or so every year, doesn't he? It seems like it. I don't know if he missed any last year, but he always seems to get hurt. And then number 2 has to come in. And that's one of the things about Dak is that he's injury prone. And we'll see. And I don't think he has to worry about, Trey. If Trey Lance is coming in, that means the Cowboy season's over, in my opinion. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I just don't think Trey Lance, he was picked too soon, and he turned out to be right now as a bust. So and I think the 49ers are counting themselves lucky that they got anything for him from the Cowboys.
All right. For as far as Dak Prescott is concerned, of course, he came into the league in 2016. And since then, he's played in 2016. He played 16 games, 17, 16 games, 18, 16 games, 19, 16 games, and then in 2020 is when he got hurt. He only played 5. In 2021, he bounced back and played in 16 games. Last season, he played in 12 games, 12 of the 17. So he's really only been hurt, or really only missed 2 seasons out of 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7.
Right. But
So,
I guess I'm just going.
but it seems like he's always hurt though. That's
Yeah,
the way
but I'm
it's
just going by the current thing where he just seems to. But
yeah.
I'm not saying he can't. I mean, if he finished the season, that's great. But Trey's back there. I guess he gets a. Oh, if the Cowboys actually blow somebody out, he can come in and play. Or maybe he'll come in during their blowout loss in the playoffs.
So he's missed 2 years out of 7.
Out of the 7 years he's played, only 2 years he hasn't played the entire season.
Oh, hasn't played the entire season. Okay.
Yeah.
In
So
20,
that means
yeah,
if you do a 2 out of 7 at bats, that's a 286 batting average. So that means he has almost complete seasons about 70, 73, 74% of the time. It's actually not too
Yeah.
bad.
It just seems like it. Over the last few years, he's
Jay,
been
do you like that,
missing a
Jay?
few
Did that
things.
math quick. Huh, Jay? You happy, engineer? Jay's the engineer. He's fast when it comes to
Right.
math.
And
Jay did say he wants us to mark the time. Sorry, Almighty. He says, mark it today. I say there will be one.
One what?
One undefeated team.
One undefeated team.
Nah.
No, not this year.
Oh, I understand that, but that's what he said.
Okay.
That he wants us to mark.
You just can't pick one. You got to tell us who it is, because I can say one and just.
The biggest question, though, for me would be to find out how many of those 72 Dolphins are still alive. Because for those who don't know, every year, the 72 Dolphin team, which went undefeated the entire year and won the Super Bowl, they meet every year after the last first loss of a team. So every team that once they have one loss, they meet the following week and they pop open a bottle of Dom Perignon to celebrate their undefeated streak. And only one time did they have to wait till February to pop that cork. And that was with the Patriots that went undefeated but then lost the Super Bowl.
They did.
Yeah.
That was that.
So,
yeah, they did. They lost to as per usual, the Giants. And
well, they lost to the Giants, and they faced them on the last game of the season. I remember that, and I even told at the time my significant other, I said, "Hey, woman, we have to watch this game. This could be a damn good game," which it was, and then it ended up being a rematch in the Super Bowl. Yep, the Giants. So, are you saying you're part of our conversation confirming the Giants, or are you saying the Giants are going to go undefeated?
No, they're not. They're not.
Or without wins. Please clarify, engineer.
Speaking of that, on the flip side, do you think anybody will go 0-17?
Yeah, Jaguars. Just kidding.
No, I think someone will go probably like 2-15 though.
The Rams, the Cardinals.
Speaking
maybe
of the
Rams, Cardinals.
How
maybe
quickly
the Cardinals.
They fell, man. Wow, they fell. Jeez.
Well, we could also say the Colts, because they are struggling. Plus, they had that. Plus, their star running back was put on the pup because he was holding out for more money. So he's going to miss the first 4 games no matter what happens.
Okay, clarify, Jay. All you're putting is names up.
Well, the Titans is what he's saying. Who's going to go with no wins?
Well, if we're going to mark it, we need to be clear. Right? So Titans are going to go. I don't know. Texans, I don't know.
The Titans, they have Derrick Henry. There's no way they're gonna.
Yeah, I would actually say the Texans have a greater chance compared to just those two. But
the Texans seem to be okay. The Texans.
How's Green Bay gonna do, Big Dog?
Huh?
How's Green Bay gonna do?
They're not going to do good this year. They'll have a losing record.
Almighty.
Who, Green Bay?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know what I don't have much faith right now in Jordan Love or whatever. That quarterback, and I don't think they have the core receivers they used to with Aaron Rodgers. Remember, all the teams they were getting rid of all his star players when Rodgers was
Yeah.
playing. That's why he wanted to leave. So I don't think
I,
they're going to be as strong as usual. And even if they
I
finish
think,
last, that might mean 7-10.
and that's exactly the record I was thinking, 7-10, and I think they'll consider that a good season.
Yeah, because this is Jordan Love's finally starting. I mean, he sat on the bench like Aaron Rodgers did before Brett Favre retired. So
Yeah.
they're both. He was an unknown when he came in, and so is this Jordan Lowe. He's been waiting for a long, long time, and then not a long, long time, but quite a few years he's been sitting on that bench and coming in sporadically. So I agree with you, Big Dog. 7-10. I mean, that still puts them probably in last, maybe, or maybe even third, but still not. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And
Jay says no wins for Texans.
I wouldn't go. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but so I think isn't C.J. Stroud the one with the Texans this year? Didn't they draft him from Ohio State? The Texans.
I'll check.
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not getting any.
Oh, you're not getting any? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's with the Texans. So, I mean, he can run. So that may help them in the long run. And the rookie from the Saints, real quick, that Jake Heiner, he got suspended for PEDs for six games.
Ooh.
So he got suspended. And Bryce Young is playing for the Panthers, and he'll probably get beat up just like Baker did last year. So I think the Colts have a rookie, don't they? That are going to start this year. Maybe that Anthony Richardson, is that who was with the Colts now? I can't. I don't know. It just won't tell me what the fuck I want to know. So it's like Google's sometimes the dumbest piece of shit I ever seen.
Hey, watch it when you say Google. Do you mind? Watch your language.
Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying there are at least three starting rookie quarterbacks this year. So at least three.
Wow.
And
I don't know there were that many. I myself knew of just one. So when you tell me there's three, I've got to pay more attention.
Well, Bryce Young is what the great grandson of what's his name from the Mormon person. The Mormon.
Please don't tell me Steve Young.
No, the Mormon guy.
Yeah, Steve Young.
Well, whatever. Well, if you say Steve
Young. Oh,
Young,
you mean Brigham Young?
Yeah, Brigham Young.
Well, Steve Young.
Steve Young is
from BYU.
Well,
he was actually. I told you guys about this, right? He was my favorite quarterback. Watching him in college, when he was signed by the USFL, I drug my dad to a USFL game to go and watch him at the Coliseum. It was fun. They beat the Oakland Invaders 19-17. It was cool, man. It was fun going to USFL. That's why I have an affinity for the USFL.
Yeah.
If the LA Express returned, I would look at becoming an. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. Forgive me, I didn't say anything. I like that team. I love the LA Express. That was actually a good team, the 1985 team.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson. He was like taking third with the Colts or whatever. Anyway, I started good, Roger. I found what I was looking for, and it just.
No, I appreciate that. A lot of good sports stories, folks. I know that the professionals will be on October 4th and November 1st and December 6th. I see no change in the upcoming schedule. And we'll probably be on January as well. I don't think that's New Year's. At January 1, 2, 3, January 3rd of 2024. So I think there's going to continue depending on the way next year goes. I'll see about February, March, and April, but it's good. It's good. I'm glad that we're doing.
Well, there should be one on February before the Souped Up Bowl.
I will I don't think I'll be available.
If it's possible. I mean, I know it's a long way in advance, but
Yeah, but it's good. So, all right, I like it. Anything else, gents?
just that I guess in college the big news was prime time
Yeah,
winning his game against the ranked TCU. So, and right now he's the big talk of the town, and there's even been mention of him becoming an NFL coach in the future, maybe even. So I don't know. The poor guy can barely walk on that one leg, so
yeah.
he does need a he does need. But right now he's a talk of college football.
Let me
So
tell
whether
you,
he,
sorry, not sorry, folks. I'm really happy for him. I wasn't
well, I
exactly.
am too. I am too. But right
Yeah,
now the talk is that people should start. NFL teams should start considering him as a head coach there. And I'm thinking, well, hold on. He's just played one game, but still, he he. It's good to see him. In the spotlight again. I always like prime time.
yeah.
He talks a good game and can back it up.
He taught. Yes, I was about to say that. He did then, and right now as a coach, he gets through to these kids, and that is important. And he's doing a good job with it. I was going to dumb it down right now, but he does. He speaks their language. He
Yeah,
understands, and he was there with them. He knows what they've endured, and that makes him dangerous, man.
it does. Well, when you're with a team that has, you know, last year the Pac-12 is going to move on, and you got to realize. I guess my favorite story is when Dion played for the Braves and the Falcons in the same day.
Yeah,
He took
I
that
remember that.
helicopter and went down to Atlanta to play for the Falcons. He didn't he play for the Braves during the day and then flew down to Atlanta for the Falcons game? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. He did play the same
I'm just
day.
saying. I don't know if it was vice versa, but I know that he played both games. He was there for both of them. I don't think that's a feat that's
I
going
think it
to.
was baseball first, and then football.
And then football, yeah, it makes. But I'm just saying, I don't think that something's ever going to be repeated because the only person that probably could have pulled that off would have been Bo Jackson, but he got hurt unfortunately. That never happened out. But and plus, Bo was before prime time. But still, that's neither here nor there. Bo Jackson is one of those what if things that people will argue till the end of time.
Yep. Thank God I'm not a part of that argument.
Well, me either, but still, there are people that go on and on. Like, okay, the dude got hurt. We saw him. I saw him get hurt. It's done deal. It's too bad, but that's life
Yeah.
because that dude was phenomenal. And this was and plus he didn't use PED, so he was all natural as far as we know.
All natural? Really?
I believe so. I think. Anyway, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I have no information that would go against it, so I'm just going to say that he was the man at the time. And plus, Big Dog should have been happy. He played half a season with the Raiders.
Mm.
I know you wanted to play the whole season, didn't you?
Oh,
God.
now I know. The reason why I keep looking around, folks, is because the temperature change. Again, the presence I feel right now is not a spectral entity. I just heard the cracking not the Kraken. It's another idiot. I heard it behind me this time, and it's right. You can see the silver stuff along the wall right here. That's what cracked right now. I was like, okay, now, yeah, I got that. So,
Well, aren't you a big Bo Jackson fan, Big Dog?
Yeah, I mean, Bo was great. It's a shame that he got hurt, and had to retire, but
Well, you didn't
that's the
seem too
whole.
thrilled about him being with the Raiders, but
The one part I really loved, of course, and it's an iconic moment in NFL history was when he took on Brian Bosworth,
oh
where
my God.
Bosworth thought he could stop him, but Bo was 6'3", 6'4", 260 some odd pounds of solid muscle. And of course, when the guy's got a 30-yard sprint start, full force, and Bosworth is standing completely still, of course Bosworth is going to get, steamrolled.
And folks, but remember, Brian Bosworth,
Yes, he
before
was.
he got a don't shake, folks. We're not insulting Brian. It's just
No, no.
don't talk until you put up or shut up. And Brian was dangerous. He was a good player, but then he got hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt. But I have one for well, the engineer would probably try and figure this out. But for scorekeeper and for Almighty, if Bosworth was running toward that same play, but Bosworth is running towards Bo Jackson, is the outcome still the same? Does Bo Jackson steamroll him if Bosworth is running full force at him? Who wins on that one?
Jay, I'm not playing.
That would have been a better, showing of, because Bosworth, of course, thought he was, the shit. There was no one stronger than him, and that may have been true, but like I said, you stand there completely still and have a guy running at you, full force. Of course, the guy running at you is going to win.
Well, I don't know what "not sure,
Eh?
guys" means, but Big Dog is the one that
Uh,
El
uh,
Perro Grande.
that was a typical engineer
Hmm.
answer. Not sure.
Jay, that was the first cheap shot directed at you, buddy. Wow, even I haven't publicly said that stuff to
Yeah,
you.
publicly. Yeah, there you go. That's the main one publicly.
I thought I qualified that very well. Big Dog will catch most of mine anyway, where I will say that. I'll always put a qualifier in there, and that was one of them where I said, no, I didn't say that publicly. I've said that one before. And the one that it took the longest time was when I would always refer to an individual as it. This has been for years. Big Dog knows when I don't care for someone, and I always say, well, it over there doesn't know what the hell is going on. And it's so funny when you're in a conversation at the workplace, everyone's like, okay, did he say it? And then, okay, well, who's he talking about? It's how you control conversation. You throw something out, confuse them, and by that time you've already moved on and they already forgot about their argument. That's how you control one.
Imagine, scorekeeper, if there was a hidden mic in your office.
Oh, I'm sure there was. It was called my computer. Oh, I'm sure there is. But in California, it doesn't matter. You can't because it's two-party consent. So, and that's why cops in California are like, "Oh, you can't record me." Nah, it's already been proven that they can. So, I think it's a shame how these people act when they try to mess with the cops. But
Oh, the First Amendment thing, those First Amendment fools.
yeah, the auditors, yeah.
Yeah, 80% of them are jerks. There's only a very handful that I've seen that they actually they do it the right way.
Well,
They're not antagonistic.
the one that I had to deal with, he I understand why he's an angry soul and he's trying to get back at everyone. It's because of his record. He got arrested with a lot of stuff. It was illegal then as it is illegal today, and he feels that he got gypped. So he's trying to get revenge on everyone ever since. Yeah, well, you're the one with the criminal record, pal. Sorry. So he's just an unhappy little, little wee wee with nothing. So good for him. And I really thought I was going to get fired after that because I engaged him. And I was told, no, you actually said thank you and please in the video when I asked him to move and he refused to move. He was blocking the driveway. And when he moved, I said thank you. And then he went back to block the driveway. I said, okay, you're just trying to antagonize. And on Monday, I was told, oh, yeah, yeah, everyone has seen it. Oh, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I was stressing. He said, no, the director already said you did not make us look bad. I'm like, oh God, thank you. Roger wasn't in Roger mode. I probably would have lost my job had I been in full Roger mode. Yeah, but I was told they laughed because the guy kept saying it was a city facility, and I pointed back, and there was a sign above the building what we were, and I said, "You moron! You don't even know what this is." And he used that as, "Oh, it's a secret Area 51 facility." No, you're a moron. You didn't even know the entity that we were. So, but it doesn't matter. Eh, Scorekeeper's moments of stupidity. But all right. So what are you drinking there, Almighty?
The usual Diet Coke.
I'm sorry. I had a coffee, which I hadn't had a coffee in a few days. I'm almost done with coffee. Eesh, can't believe it. I never thought I'd say that, but it is what it is. It's all right.
You have coffee. You have coffee every Saturday.
Not as much anymore. I am drinking more water, and I was right before we went live. I kept trying. Oh, Almighty! I was losing my mind because the little rat wouldn't print, or not print, but it wouldn't. Well, same difference. It's ink. It wouldn't start, and about a minute to go, come on. And then when I started the intro music, I ran back to get my cup of coffee. So it was all right. I'm proud of the fact because I used to drink coffee 7 days a week, multiple times, and I'm down to like 2 or 3 now, and I feel really good about that. So, folks, if you want to sign up for the NFL, we don't get a bonus. We don't get anything out of it. Right now, for a limited time only, you get 20% off a yearly subscription. It is normally $99.99. Right now, it is $79.99 for NFL plus the premium, which is the NFL Network plus Red Zone plus the NFL Network. If you want to just get the NFL plus, that is $39.99 right now on the yearly. Monthly, as Almighty alluded to earlier, NFL Plus is $6.99, the 7-day free trial, as is the yearly. And NFL Plus Premium is $14.99 a month, the 7-day free trial. So, yeah. What does it include? It includes for the NFL Plus network, phone and tablet, live local and primetime regular and postseason games, TV, PC, phone, and tablet, the NFL Network, live game day audio, NFL films, and more on-demand content, all ad-free, and more. That's a check mark. It actually says and more. And NFL Plus Premium is what I mentioned, Red Zone. Everything from NFL Plus and the fully condensed and all 22 coaches film replays all ad-free for $79.99. I told Big Dog that I was looking into that I myself might try this year the NFL Plus. It's normally $99.99, but right now they have a special, so it's limited. And that's it.
Yay.
Yee-hee! I don't know.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, NFL Plus, yeah. Sounds like a plan indeed. All right, gentlemen, anything else you want to go over? Anyone else in the chat room have any additional comments?
I don't.
I'm done.
All right. We did very well today. I like it. And we're going to finish at 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is what I like. I love those even numbers. So we're going to be on this Saturday, folks, unless we get some special breaking news. Elizabeth, thank you once again. And we will catch you on the flip side. And for everyone else, I'm the scorekeeper. That's the professional almighty. That's the big dog down there. Jay, Gridiron Girl, Elizabeth, thank you in the chat room. And did we get anyone else in the chat room? Tanya. And I think
Roz.
that's it.
Wasn't Roz here at the very, very beginning?
No, I didn't see that. But that's okay. It's all good. All right, folks. We'll see you guys. Peace.
Hey,